has begun. We are back to the Dwarves, our second RimWorld Biotech run. And this one's been kind of slow going because we are, the purpose of this one, obviously we're just still doing 500% no pause, which is always challenging. But I've had some people come in and say, Adam, what is the challenge in this run? It doesn't seem challenging. What is going on? First off, you go play this same run at 5% no pause. There is challenges still, but right now I'm not doing like balls to the wall crazy challenges because biotech is still new. I'm still learning stuff. We're doing 5% no pause, but I'm still experimenting. I'm still learning stuff. And each playthrough right now is just kind of experimenting and learning some of the new mechanics. Our first playthrough was kind of all over the place, but mainly dealing with the new mechs. This playthrough is mainly trying out, really diving into like the children mechanics, both from like birthing children completely and raising them with growth tiers, and then also just completely vat raising people and seeing the difference in how that kind of stuff goes. So I am playing this purposely different though. We're not using a lot of the like kill boxes and things. As you can see, I'm forcing myself to play differently with the rooms and things like that, even though I don't like to, and I still think Beggars is better. But yeah, if you're wondering what exactly this run is, you can type !run in the chat. But it's basically a genetics run where we're really pushing the limits on the whole raising children and things like that. And we have some stipulations in there where we have some bad traits for all of our dwarves. We, you know, I'm being mostly honorable. We are not sacrificing people. And we are using different weapons overall. Like we're going to be using a lot of miniguns. We're going to get over to miniguns today, which should be fun. So get some experiments with some setups that are just minigun specific, which miniguns are always fun. So that should be a real interesting one. But yeah, that if you haven't seen any of this series, that's what we're doing today, and that's what we're doing in general. And yeah, we'll be doing this for, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours today. You have uploaded different gene combos throughout. I don't know. I'm gonna end up uploading some of my stuff. In fact, I'm going to do that with the Dwarf run. I plan on uploading the ideology, the scenario, and the gene thing probably tomorrow. I'm gonna take a half day off tomorrow to get some stuff done. So RimWorld Biotech. I'm not allowed to say that anymore. I'm sorry. Ariana, welcome in. Space Vegetable. Playing 12 hours straight. Time to have a break and watch stuff instead. Welcome in. It's going Christopher. Welcome back. Big White. Welcome in. Will this run be added soon on YouTube? Okay, so this will be the first ever run that I'm going to have edited. So I actually have paid someone to edit this run. So yes, it is going to go up on YouTube. It is the next run going up on YouTube, but it's going to go up differently. I'm going to try edited runs on the main channel, and then my second channel, I'll upload the unedited version when the other one goes up. So if you want to watch the new edited one, you can watch that. If you want to watch the full one, you can watch that. If you want to watch both, you can do that. So if you haven't followed the second channel yet, !2ND, I'd really like to get that one to 1,000 subscribers so that, you know, YouTube gives me some extra tools on that second channel. So, or you can just type, or you can just look for Adam versus Archive. All right, Exotic Good Trader, that is a ship. So Ramnam is still our best social person. So let's check what they got. Thank you, Arsker. There's the first channel, and Pilot Watch, thank you. There's the second one. Look forward to the edited playthrough. Yeah, it's very much an experimental thing. I'm a little worried about it in several ways because the channel has been built around long videos, and most people on there, even though I do get some complainers, most people on there do really like the long ones with the timestamps. I've even had people tell me like, no, please don't edit them down. I like watching the whole thing. Please keep putting the full ones up. And I plan to do that. But anyway, I'm going to do a bunch of testing on YouTube for the rest of the year, probably early next year. And then I'll reevaluate and see if it is kind of going the way that I want it to. And if not, we'll make some changes at that time. Tan, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Tan. Very much appreciate it. Thank you for using that here. We can make our own components now, but we still want to buy them when we can. Deathless Gene Pack. $23.52 for Deathless. That is what I'm doing, Ref. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. New XCOM 2 playthrough. Not right now. Ice Sheet Biome playthrough, I have, but I haven't done one since like 1.0. A lot of people want me to do another one. They're pretty boring, but maybe with the new genes and stuff, it'll be more interesting. But yeah, it's an old one. It's not on YouTube. It's from forever ago. All right, we'll go ahead and buy that. We still got some rhinos from the end of stream yesterday, but that's all right. That's all right. Let's go ahead and open that up. And let's grab some shooting experience here. Some of our dwarves did grow up yesterday, so we got a few more adult dwarves. So our shooting, yeah, look at that. Our shooting is getting better and better. Well, I mean, that's our core team there. There's the one. They already have good shooting, so I guess that wasn't a fair assessment. But all right, let's take a look at Cassandra here. It looks like, oh yeah, we got double Manhunter, which was kind of weird. Cassandra, I mean, she's just been Cassandra. I was gonna say she's been kind of weird, but it's not too weird. Look at that flame bow. Flame bow is new. I haven't tried using it yet. I wish you could make a flame bow. It doesn't seem like you shouldn't be able to, but you can't. But you can't. I'm sure, though, there will be mods for that if there isn't already. Let's go, Lardine, 1998. Welcome in. Did I miss a question? Sorry if I missed a question. You can always repost it. Oh. 1000% speed, 2 minutes. Everyone vegan vampire, cold bog, 10% yield. Someone's talking too loudly in the room the entire playthrough. 3 amazing DLCs, including religion, genetics, and families, but they still didn't sort wall lamps. That's right. No wall lamps, no windows. Let's go, Des. Alligator Lizard, welcome back. Do I have a big vertical monitor for reading chat? I do, yeah. I have a 27-inch monitor turned on its side, so vertical over there. I have chat set up a little bit differently than it used to be, though, so the whole monitor isn't filled with it. I'm using that same monitor for alerts now. I used to use the third monitor for alerts, but then I was doing this a lot. And I was also missing alerts a lot, you know, so. Flame bows cause problems, not that you've experimented with them. Not that you've had any problems with them. All right, so we are working on some more baby vat dwarfs. We're getting our components going here. So we're gonna get our biofuel moved over. I'm gonna get another fabrication bench. We are super overproducing mushrooms because vats really eat mushrooms like crazy. We actually ran out of food yesterday, but we are good now. For the life of me, when you play, you can't figure out how to put lights on the ceiling. I wish you could put lights on the ceiling, but you can't. Jane, welcome in. Thank you for coming in here. This is a new run. This one started about 4 days ago, I want to say. When did this start? Start on Wednesday. This is day 5. Day 5, I think. Day 5? I feel like it's day 5. You can dream. Yeah. You can dream. Yeah, we're not doing any more research just yet. So what do we need for this? 3 components, 150 steel. We're out of steel. So we have started doing our mineral scanner, but it is pretty slow going. We have found some steel over here, though, so let's go ahead and get that queued up. Let's go in, Charlie. Senior Low, welcome in. Divides from last run. You were just talking about it. Yeah. So this run is predominantly playing around with making our own Xenotype, as well as really testing the bounds on raising children. So we've raised a bunch of children naturally by nurturing and teaching them, and they have turned into amazing pawns. And now we have some that we're just raising in vats all the way until adulthood to see how they turn out. So it's been interesting. We're gonna do some more of that today, and yeah, we're getting pretty heavy into raid points now. I think we were up to about 7,000 to 7,500 raid points yesterday, which are pretty big raids. So right now we are working on getting into hydroponics so that we can more easily make our beer and our medicine without having to run outside and plant stuff outside. I was just planting it in fungal gravel with sun lamps, but It's not very efficient at all. Very, very slow going. But hops is actually pretty good in rich soil and in hydroponics. Has 70% fertility sensitivity, so really takes advantage of that fertile soil. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Which ponds were raised out of vats? So every, let's see, that are full grown now. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Anzer was raised outside of it, but they are a baseliner. Rainman, Hash Monkey, Muzz, Lumberjack, and Pfeiffer were all raised well. They were raised as children. They were taught as children. Popson and Baba were vat children all the way till 13. Torgman sucks at mining. He's a child. He's got a 9 and passionate, but he's a child, so he has a reduced speed. So they have great hats. That's that. Those spike core helmets. Spike core helmets. Speaking of, let's see. I wanted to change this to just 52. I think I made that. Yeah, I made that mistake yesterday. I was going through quickly here. All right, there we go. Scrolls of the fungus field. Yeah, I saw it. It's all right. It's all right. We'll get out of there. Don't tell Modwife. Don't tell Modwife. Yeah, we'll get this steel all mined out. Swing that hammer faster. Mining with a hammer. Swing that pickaxe faster. Let's go, Mobster. Commander, welcome in. Mark Eunice, welcome in. And yeah, we're gonna look for some thin rock roof over here today too. I think.
Back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Let's go, Bubba Feta. Optimize 77. Thank you for the resub. Thank you, Optimized. Is cloning a thing of biotech? Not really. No. No, I'm sure there are mods for it, and I'm sure the mods for it will be even better now with the base biotech stuff, but can I show the map? Sure. A lot of the mountain is not actually solid. We found that there's a hole somewhere in here, there's a hole somewhere here, and there's a hole over here. But yeah, pretty standard large mountain map. You can go to exclamation seed if you would like to use the seed, if you'd like to use the same map. Yeah, people have to let me know in chat. It doesn't alert me anymore, so I don't miss them. It's just that I literally won't know unless you let me know. So, all right, Lardine. Yep, no worries. Lardine. Let's see. All right, let's see what you get.
Commandment 2726. That started out kind of rough.
It's a pretty plain one. I explained the bait room yet? A little bit, yeah. I can go into more detail. Forage, especially. Let's see if infestation spawns. I kind of hope one spawns. How do you find out there are holes? There is a trick to use to find out holes in the mountain. You can type exclamation mountain in the chat. It will give you a clip that will explain how I know there are holes in the mountain. How much food does mushroom give? So a normal pond without any kind of boost to hunger or anything like that, like just a baseline 100% hunger pond, and only eating simple meals will take 20 plots of mushrooms, if that's what you're asking. So one of these 11 by 11 interior mushroom farms normally would be 5 to 6 ponds of food in the long run. Hamsters. Thank you for the 10 gift subs. See you, hamsters. Very generous of you. Again, hamster. 220. Much love to hamsters again. Kilobits, welcome into the stream. Where's the Dark Ascension Sun Alert come from? So there's 2 things for it, Kilobit. One, there is a public one that anyone can get called Ancestral Bestowment. And second, in 2019 for my birthday, a bunch of people in the stream got together unbeknownst to me and they hired Wayne June. Wayne June came to the channel. He hung out at the channel. He did some research. He made voice lines for me. He sent me an email. He followed me on Twitter. He sent me a birthday greeting type thing, and he sent me a bunch of custom lines for the channel that represented the channel. So I have some custom ones from Wayne June as a birthday present from some of the fine people in chat. And the other ones are just public ones that anyone can use called Ancestral Bestowment if you want to Google it. Akabidi, Necro, Fox, Sick, welcome in. The planning tool to outline the opening in the mountain. I do sometimes, yeah. I mainly do that, Doug, if it's the opening is where I'm planning on building, so. Yeah, the Wayne June birthday present is like one of the nicest things that's ever happened in my entire life. Like, it's really crazy. Atten, welcome in. I still think barracks are better. Just playing differently for fun as the mostly noble dwarves. All right, we're going to copy this down here. That one out of here. I kind of want that there, honestly, so that we can still melee block and have shooters for the bugs there. That means moving all these shelves. Ugh. There needs to be a like mass shelf move button now. Well, that's gonna be annoying. You can play RimWorld for fun. I know, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. That is not where that was supposed to go.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sun.
Good enough for now. How am I liking the playthrough? It's been fun. Yeah, it's been fun. I'm really looking forward to trying out this new minigun setup that we're going to be doing. Should be really fun to see, at least. Big White, thank you for the resub. Can't watch stream long. Catch on YouTube. Thank you. I'm all right. I'm all right. Thank you for asking. Flamingo, thank you for using Twitch Prime here. Thank you, Flamingo. Helps out the channel, as you know, and no more ads on the channel for you either, which is always a good thing with how many ads are on Twitch right now, especially this whole thing going on. All right, it looks all right. I might eventually put a door there, so I'll put that away from the wall. That away from the wall. All right, good enough. I think we can melee block bugs there if they spawn. Scrap shelves and build new ones. No, I don't want to do that. And it's not wood, they're stone. And now people are better at construction, so they probably make higher quality, which means higher wealth and higher raids. And it's still faster just to click the button, and it's faster for them, not faster to select. But can you brew mushroom beer? No, you cannot. Safe to stack valuable resources like plasteel and golds. It just depends on your playthrough. So I have a guide up, Exclamation Wealth, so you can just not worry about wealth if you want, especially depending on your playstyle and your difficulty. But if you go to Exclamation Wealth, it'll explain a lot more. Or a teetotaler. Stats on the bedroom is slightly impressive, 59. If I put one more thing in there, we'll get to impressive. Slightly impressive, there you go. Not efficient, you're just lazy. Is there a reason to use individual bedrooms versus barracks? There is not. No, barracks are still better. Barracks are still better. So there's no reason other than if you just want to. You just like it better, whatever. All right, so we got quite a bit of steel brought in. So let's go ahead and finish out the hydroponic farm here. Oh, we actually scanned some steel and it's really far away. All right, cool. Excellent. This is no good. Let's see, there's another piece of steel there. We'll probably end up strip mining a bunch of this. Hipster drink. I don't want to smooth that. Maybe later. We don't need to right now. We don't need to yet. All right, I'm gonna copy these doors down here again, just in case bugs spawn in here. Just in case. Are you not an alcoholic? You are, yeah. You literally are. Look, we'll die without beer. So if you have a gene like that, it overrides just for that one drug. So you're a teetotaler, but you don't get the negative for drinking beer. So for you, beer doesn't count as a drug. And that's just what you got. So because you were a vat-grown baby, you were literally just a vat child. You never was raised by anyone. You went to from birth to adulthood in a vat. I didn't get to choose your trait. So you just happen to roll the things that you have. All right, so we are going to let this bottom half be cotton for now. We're going to set these for heel root. And the top is going to be hops for now. Hops. For you, beer doesn't count as a drug either. That's what you tell yourself anyway. What is the non-Dwarf surrounding debuff? That's from ideology. So if we don't have, if they're anywhere because they are moderately bigoted, if they're anywhere where we don't have like something of their style, let's say even a column, an art piece, special flooring, whatever, furniture that isn't their ideology style, they get a mood hit. But I haven't started worrying about that over here because I don't want the extra wealth from it. So we're in the colony. You're on the smartphone, so it's Antiers. I don't think you are in this one, no. Commander, welcome in. Annoying problem last night. No longer possible to put a single item on a shelf. No, it is not, which is annoying. So Neff, I ran into that in my first biotech run. I wish you could outlaw or like make a shelf a single spot if you wanted to with a setting, because I ran into that on mine too, where I wanted one Molotov on the left side of the base and one on the right side, and so I couldn't use shelves like I usually do or usually would, so I ended up using just a very small one tile room with the Molotov set on each of them. So does vat grown grow up the same as the adults? I believe so. There's a little bit more steel there. Grab that. What's a good schedule? I have a guide that goes over every good schedule in the game at !SCH. In my opinion, the best schedule in the game, especially on hard difficulties, is the biphasic schedule. I think it's the strongest thing I've ever came up with myself in the entire game out of everything. !SCH. It has timestamps. You can go to whatever kind of schedule there you think is best. You should have like 20 tickets. How much does the lottery hate you? Yeah, it's interesting sometimes. Oh no, we actually just watched Torgman's cowboy hat deteriorate into nothing. All right, let's get another geothermal there, or not geothermal. Chem fuel generator will turn these off temporarily. Torgman's doing the best he can. It might not be great, but it's the best he can. Biphase schedule is super, super strong. Prutzy, welcome in. Mize, welcome back. Raktar, Joker, thank you for being here. Okay, get that made. You switch to biphasic for biotech and it's so good. It's so crazy good. It's still mind-blowing how often I get comments on YouTube on the scheduling guide telling me it doesn't work and that's terrible. It's like, all right. All right. I don't know who that is, but I've also been using them for years. Yep. I started using the biphasic, triphasic, and quadphasic stuff on the tiny map run about four years ago. Naps are awesome. That's true. That's true. How many infestations have we had? I think we've had 3. So less than I would have thought, but using it right, it works incredibly well. there a YouTube of the tiny run? There is, yep. Exclamation tiny. It's an old run, but it works, but production goes down. Production goes down by only 20%, but it's not just the mood increase. Not only do you get all the mood increase, you get so many inspirations just all the freaking time. So you're not gonna have to worry about anyone breaking down pretty much ever. Like you can literally have someone's entire family dead and a psychic drone and they won't break down. And you get inspirations all the time. And what does it cost you? 20% production at the most, really, which can be offset by other ways too, of course, but does it work in real life? It does, because it's a nap. So hang on, I won't go over the whole thing because it's in the guide, exclamation SCH, but let me explain something about it. All right, let me show you. This doesn't mean they sleep 4 hours. This does not mean they sleep 4 hours. What it means is they will sleep until they're no longer tired. So if they have this sleep, they'll sleep as long as they need because there's anything. So in this first sleep, they sleep as long as they need to when they're not tired. Then when it gets here, if they're not tired, like if they had, let's see, a quick sleeper, they won't go to sleep. And if they only need 2 hours of sleep, they'll only sleep 2 and they'll get up. What happens if they don't need sleep, these sleep schedules turn into anything blocks. So don't look at this as in a second. It's basically a nap. It says take a nap for as long as you need to make sure your mood and comfort and sleep cap back out. That's all that is. You could put things to sleep here. You could put 8 and it would work the exact same, because it's not forced. It's if you need to top it up, go do it. So that's also in the scheduling guide, exclamation SCH again. So a lot of people look at it and it's like, oh my God, you're forcing them to sleep for 4 more hours right in the middle of it. It's not. It's sleep if you need to for as long as you need to cap back off, which sometimes is 4 hours. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but it's literally just napping in the middle of the day. So there's so many people that nap in the afternoon and things like that. VAT from age 0 to 3. Yes, the only downside to growth VAT from 0 to 3 is a mood hit on the parents, basically. Let's go Nova. No gambling yet. Let's go Mitchie. For child learning, I've been setting children to anything. I've been setting children a lot of times just all anything, and that seemed good for their learning. A little on the nose that I literally got another inspiration while showing it. That's how you get so many more inspirations. You wish you had that in real life. You just nap for as long as you need to in the middle of the day. Yeah. Legendary duster. Well, don't think about it as middle of the day. A lot of people will nap after school, after work. When I was a teenager and I got home from school, I would almost always just crash on the couch for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. If you select 2 hours rest, anything after, it's the same. It is the same as long as they don't have more than 2 hours of walk time to get to a bed. Yep. So Stasis, Roger, Tet, Juno, Al, Nyla, welcome back. Can't take naps. Growth moment for Rabbit Hamsters. Hamsters is 10. He got his max growth tier, which is awesome. Let's see here. He is quick sleeper. Let's go quick sleeper, hard worker, construction, mining, I guess we can lean into what he got. We can just grab, we don't really need more social there. We're not really going to be converting much else either, honestly. So let's just throw it in cooking. We're going to end up making lots of additional drugs. So double passion shooting isn't really needed. He's going to get really high in shooting anyway. I think that's fine. And he still has another growth after this. So how do I get my chem fuel? I turn our excess mushrooms into chem fuel. What do you recommend for making economy? So it depends on what your colony is good at and what map you're on and that kind of stuff. So things that are really good are valuable things that are light. So like drugs. But if let's say you don't have a lot of good planters or a lot of good cooks or something like that, but you have a lot of good people or a lot of good artists, you can literally make sculptures, make large sculptures, trade those. They trade well. Or let's say you have a lot of people that are good at crafting, at tailoring. make corsets. Make corsets. Corsets are your best bang for your buck, most profit margin. Make corsets and sell them. But there's lots of good things. So basically lean into whatever your colony is good at making. But drugs are kind of basically the best because they're so light. They're so light, so you can haul so many of them out and trade them at a time. So I would say drugs, sculptures, or textiles. All three are very good. Making extra food and stuff like that isn't super great. Like if you just have extra food, you can just sell it, obviously. But yeah, even improving food and selling it isn't like huge amounts. Robes, if you only have ideology. I haven't tested with only ideology. I know if you have all DLCs that corsets are the way to go. If you have just royalty, corsets are the way to go. But I'm not sure if you only have ideology. Yeah, and you can make sculptures out of wood, so don't forget that. So just out of stone and wood is what I recommend. Goat has reached adulthood. Goats. All right, goat. Iron-willed, great memory. Optimist, wow. Goat, very, very good. Good at crafting, good at construction. So we're probably going to make him into a production specialist. So we're only going to grab things that aren't going to be disabled as a production specialist. So we're going to grab crafting. We will grab shooting on this one. And I guess we'll just grab social, even though we don't really need it. So there we go. Goat. Iron-willed, great memory, optimist. He's basically never going to break down. Congrats, Goat. You made it to adulthood without dying. Sigden, Stalking Goat, welcome in. Nicole, welcome in. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're on a map with lots of trees, yeah, make them into large or grand sculptures. You can sell them. But yeah, it just depends on what you have going on your map and what your colony is good at, what you have access to, what you have access to. Are circadian half cycles worth it? So the thing about implants like that, Mike, you have to be careful about consciousness. So what I would say is as long as the consciousness hit on the pawn that you're using it on is not going to be screwing you over, then they're great, right? So on some pawns, the circadian half cycle is going to be amazing. And on others, you definitely don't want it because they're going to be not only worse at what they do, but they're going to be downed very easily. What recommendation on mods used for a beginner? I almost always suggest people new to any game, especially RimWorld, play the game on vanilla first, because then you get an idea of what you wish was different and what what you would change, and then add mods based on that. So when you play vanilla, if you're like, man, I wish it was easier for me to tell what moods were, well, then go and get like color-coded mood bars or something. And then you might be like, man, I wish it was easier to just see like the value of items or something. Go get a mod for that, you know? So for me, I do usually suggest just playing vanilla first, and then, because vanilla is an awesome game and experience. You can play thousands of hours with no mods like I did. Or you might just play a few hours and be like, man, I just want this thing to be different, and then you can go change it. But I also run into a lot of people that get tons of mods right off the bat, and that's fine, play however you want. Tons of mods right off the bat, and they don't remember what is and isn't a mod anymore. So I have people in here all the time that'll like correct me on something, and I'm like, that's not in the game unless it's a mod. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, that is a mod. I didn't even realize that was a mod. So yeah. But again, whatever's fun with you. Everyone is different in what they enjoy, so. But I usually suggest for new players to play with no mods at first, and then just put things in when they figure out kind of what the pressure point is for them that they want to change. All right, Goat, we're going to turn you into a production specialist. So you become a runesmith, a dwarven runesmith, as the ancestor gods intended. P music, that's true. P music right off the bat. I would suggest that one just because it gives you more music, and if you're playing lots of hours, the base RimWorld music is awesome, but just having more awesome RimWorld music to keep your mood high. That's a good one. Let's go and Fizz, welcome in. The devil was summoned. All right, Mitchie, let's see what you got. One time I was at my granny's house and I played a record backwards. The devil spoke to me, and this is what he said.
They've got a bite scar on their head, but who doesn't?
Do I have a vampire in this colony? I don't. I had like 3 in my previous, but none in this one. Skilled stonecutter. Yeah, the interesting thing, Sar, about skilled stonecutter is that's how the game was initially. Initially, you got crafting experience from stonecutting, and crafting skill actually mattered when stonecutting. But Silencer is summon Granny. All right, let's see what Granny has to say. Silencer. I did see that one. See what Granny has to say for our next raid here. Granny, what should we keep in mind as Cassandra comes off cooldown? Dwarven vampire? That's a grudging. That's what I was thinking.
I can play a mean kazoo.
Thanks, Granny. What a great kazoo. Did you hear that kazoo? That was uncanny. Uncanny. That's exactly what a kazoo sounds like. All right, we gotta get these doors going. Doors for the dwarves. Great kazoo. Some would say the best kazoo ever made. She's been practicing. She's been practicing. Uncanny Granny. All right, let's see. Anzer, is your ovum ready to come back out? 2 days. 2 days on that ovum. Doors for the dwarves. Let's go ahead and Sammy. Welcome in. Find different gene combos for tripons like you did for dwarves. Not at the moment, I don't think so. I'm going to put mine up to download as I make them. So I haven't yet, but that's on my to-do list so people can download the xenotypes that I've made. People spend all kinds of channel points. All right. We'll do the Sky God. And I gotta get some things done here. All right, Jaded Bubbles. Exclamation quote. See what you get. Visitors. For letting pollution grow on the world map. If you are within proximity of heavily polluted area, you will get pollution events on your map. Things like basically like toxic fallout, acid rain sort of stuff. Oh, we're actually getting some scans today. That's because we're not researching anymore, so I'm letting them just scan. All right.
Commandment 2548. I'll do anything for money, but I won't do that.
Sky God is a sellout. Sky God's a sellout. Sorry, Sky God, so am I. So am I. I'm a sellout for my family. All right, we're gonna put that down there. Got all of our helmets going. Got this going now. We're gonna have plenty of beer coming in. I do believe. Not a full sellout. No, I won't accept anything. I've turned down a lot of things, honestly. In fact, I've been turning down a lot of things recently. They're just no. So Period, welcome in. Sky sellout. High psychic drone on the female, so we will keep Lily inside and Answer inside. Those two are not actually dwarves. Don't tell anyone, but those two are not dwarves. I know. Get rid of 293 toxic packs for the Empire. Specialized limb research thing. Yeah, it seems kind of ridiculous how much toxic waste it offers you on those quests for the rewards, yeah. I didn't turn down the underwear people. No, I actually like those a lot. I was only sponsored by them for like a month, but I would absolutely be sponsored by them again. I liked them. I like those underpants. Torgman got full tier out of that. Trigger happy. Well, out of this, obviously we're gonna take Nimble. Exclamation hours. Lion, exclamation hours. Cooking and plants. And some shooting. Alright, Torgman, look at you. Look at you. Okay. All right. Goat. I meant to check your list here. So, goat, you are doing construction and crafting. There you go. There you go. That is all you're doing. Don't be doing other stuff. I'll put you on a 4 on warden. That's fine. 4 on childcare. That's fine. And then Torgman, the child. You are going to mine. Actually, deal with plants first and then mine. And then if there's none of that to do, you can cook. And then clean and haul. There you go, Torgman. Enjoy your life. Let's go and twiggle. Serious. Look at all those hours. Be bad at Quickman. Random name generator in RimWorld's awesome. You have a waster colony and your kids' names are Rackfaz, Gutscap, Rockdeck, and Rasberg. I really like the pigman names. The pigman names. I keep running into a little pigman boy named Pog. Every time I see Pog, I want to kidnap him. It doesn't matter how terrible he is, but when you see someone run around named Pog, you just want him. I haven't used any hay for my growth vats, no. I use baby food. I use baby food. There we go. Speaking of. Doo-doo. Yeah, Pog. I haven't seen any Poggers yet, though. No Poggers. Let's see. Answer, how long until we can extract that ovum? 15 hours. 15 hours. All right, let's go ahead and get another growth vat going here. Mushroom-based baby food. Yeah, that's all it is. Just mushrooms. Skeeter has reached the age of 10. All right, Skeeter. Skeeter also got full growth here. He's already sanguine. Sanguine quick sleeper. My lord. Children are overpowered, guys. You can just have, as long as you raise children, you get all the growth tiers. Children are just like a god pawn production line. It's just crazy. A bad guys run? Most of my runs are bad guys runs. to be quite honest. To be quite honest. He has medical up. Alright. It's just a normal run, yeah. Bad guys only.
Our modest fellowship expands.
Summers.
Praise the
Summers, thank you for using the Twitch Prime here. Thank you, Summers. Helps me out and you get no more ads. There are no good guys on the rim. Are we the baddies? This time we're mostly not bad. We're mostly honorable dwarves. Mostly. Mostly. They only come out at night. Mostly. Mostly. Answer. 5 hours answer, and we're taking that ovum. You always play good guys? I have a good guy run up on YouTube that was pretty fun. I mean, it wasn't really fun, but it's complicated. So Brahms, we're scanning like crazy now. Scanning like crazy. Put that vat dwarf in here. Who's carrying the vat dwarf? Are you done with it? Are you done with the vat dwarf? Nope. Not done with it yet. Hurry up, hash monkey. There you go. Put that vat dwarf back in there. God, that quote. That terrible quote. The beggars are begging for 58 beer. Isn't it interesting that all the beggars want beer from us? Hey, there's some steel not super far away. That's nice. We're getting some good scans now that we turn off research, so we have people scanning 24/7. How many children you can have in your colony? Not that I've seen, no. You always love hearing Wayne's voice, Blade. Vanilla Outpost expanded. You send all your skilled children to go work at those camps. Send your children to work at labor
Our
camps.
modest fellowship expands.
All right.
Praise the sub.
Here we go. Taking that ovum. Taking the ovum. Where'd you go? Hey. Answer. Get up. It's ovum time. Go get your surgery done. Can slaves get inspirations? I don't see why not. I think they can. Answer. Why aren't you going? They were previously peg leg child, yep. All right, here we go. God, R squared. Look at these friggin' quotes, my lord. All right, so Claw's coming in. He's taking Answer's ovum. He throws it on the floor. And then he picks it up beside her hospital bed, fertilizes it. Ew. She's even watching. Terrible. Terrible. All right, put that in the growth vat. We'll see you again in how many days? See you again in 10 days, Answer, for another baby dwarf. It even puts a heart icon while he's doing it, yeah. Flirting, more or less likely, based on pawn gender. I think they changed that, Anubis, if you mean... There was a really big, like, outlash when RimWorld was newish, because people found out in the coding that, like, for instance... female pawns were more likely to be able to like flirt with other female pawns without them even being gay, but male pawns weren't, and things like that. And there was things like that in the coding, and there was this big outlash thing, and there's still people that refuse to play RimWorld because of it. Like, you can go look up the controversy. I don't want to get into it. Obviously, it would get heated in chat probably. I don't want to do that. But you can go look up the controversy if you want from back then, years ago, where people are refusing to play the game ever because they believe Tynan is sexist and things like that. Maybe he is. I don't know. Does he fertilize it like a salmon? Oh, God. I guess maybe. This is how dwarves are made. Man, we're getting some good scans now. Some good scans. Could also switch back to meals, honestly. How come all these vat babies look just like the ovum doctor? You read those articles? Yeah. Don't you ever play that game again or I'm leaving. So where was that steel that we found? Where's the drill? We could actually get to... Well, that's not too bad. We're actually getting some good scans. The forbidden mod, yeah. Don't show them that one. Don't show them that one. Nice. Tons of libraries in this game. How much did you miss? We've been playing for about an hour. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, R squared. I'll tell that story, actually. I know what you're talking about, but a lot of people probably don't. They're newer to the channel and stuff, too. All right, so back when I was averaging like 25 viewers or something like that, I had a viewer, I remember his name too, I haven't seen him in years, but named Clint. Clint found the channel because I got hosted by Charlie Pryor. I don't know how I remember all these names. This was like 5 years ago or something. And we had like, I don't know, like I said, 25, 30 average viewers, right? And Clint said, hey, you know what you should do if you get to partnered on Twitch? You should play Dream Daddy. And I was like, oh yeah, all right, Clint. I'm never going to be partnered on Twitch. Whatever, sure. If I get to partnered, I'll play Dream Daddy, whatever. Right? I never thought I'd get partnered on Twitch. And then, like, 2 months later, I got partnered. I got partnered like 2 months later. I hadn't even really thought about it. sure enough, here comes Clint. He comes over and he immediately, on the very first stream where I had my check mark, Clint comes in and he's like, hey, I got this clip for you. And he shows me the clip where I agree to play Dream Dad. He's like, all right, I'll play it. I'll play it. And I was like, but you know what? I'm going to actually really play it. I'm not just going to like, you know, half do it. I'm going to actually play it. So we're going to do a bonus stream. I'm going to get on Monday night and I'm going to play Dream Daddy for like 8 hours. And I'm going to do all the voices. I'm going to read everything. We're going to do all the dates. We're going to date all the daddies. And so I get on there and I play Dream Daddy, right? For that night. And I started having people come in and telling me to stop playing it. And then I started getting messages from people. I got whispers. I wasn't planning on playing it a second night, but I got whispers that said things like, hey, if you ever play that gay game again, I am not coming back to your channel. I will unsubscribe. And I was like, well, screw you then. I'm going to play it again. Like, I wasn't planning to, but I got messages from people telling me not to play it again. They're like, how dare you play that gay game and push this gay agenda? And I was like, well, screw you then. I'm going to play it. So the very next day, I canceled the Darkest Dungeon stream and I went in and I played Dream Daddy for another 8 hours and finished all of it. So I ended up dating all the daddies. I did all of it. I played through the entire series. If you want to see it, it's on the archive channel. So it's !2ND. If you go to !2ND for !2nd, it is the first series on my archive channel. But anyway, it was really ridiculous. I could not believe I was getting messages from people telling me they would never come back if I played Dream Daddy again. And I was like, well, screw it then. I'm doing it. So it's like, maybe I don't want you to come back. So ship crash for nothing.
You will join us.
You got some
or
clips
die,
from it. Yeah,
Master.
there's some crazy clips from it. Wogan, thank you for the gift sub. Thank you, Wogan. Starscream, my favorite Transformer name, Starscream. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Min-Max Dream Daddy. Oh man, it's an old playthrough, but yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, it's hilarious. 100% of a game just to spite homophobes. That's exactly what I did. Yeah. It's like, all right, well, I guess I don't want you to come back, you know. But kill you in game doesn't make you murder in real life. That's true. Mech cluster. We were just talking about how we hadn't been getting mech clusters. Auto mortar mech cluster initiates in 5.5 days. There's a low shield. That's a pretty chunky cluster. Low shield. Okay, so they changed some things with mech clusters. So in 1.4, you can no longer wake up mech clusters how you've been able to ever since alpha. So if you didn't know, used to you could go into furniture and you could spam sleeping spots and they would wake up. They fixed it. Look at that. After like almost 10 years of that working, you might be saying to yourself, what, 10 years? Yeah, go look at when RimWorld first hit Kickstarter, when the trial version, the alpha version was out. Anyway, yeah, you can't do that anymore. So if we want to wake this up, we got to hit it with just build a roof. Yeah, we got to hit it with a mortar or wait till a raid comes through. So anyway, cannot wake it up that way any longer. Okay, let's go ahead and clear out some of this work area. Don't want them coming out here. Unless they're coming out to repair or something. I don't want the kids coming out and hanging out down here, you know? Yeah, we'll go ahead and clear that off for now too. I don't think I have any else on the map, but just in case, we'll just do this because I have put some out to get loot and whatnot. Clusters are a royalty thing. They are, yep. But I have all the DLCs, so. Oh, you mean because of the bed thing? It worked on any sleeping mechs. So, or anything that could be triggered by placing the beds. So that's the function they fixed. Yeah. I get what you mean. So waking up mech clusters specifically started in royalty, but spamming down sleeping spots to do things like aggro bugs back then. I don't know if they fixed that one actually. And then when they made it so mechs, the ships where the mechs land, when they made it so that mechs could come out of there, sometimes you could pull mechs that way. There was another one too. It's like mechs on the temporary maps. The mechs on the temporary maps that are sleeping, like for quests and things, you could wake those ones up and pull them to you. Like all you had to do was put a sleeping spot within, I think it was 5 tiles of a mech, and they would wake up. And it used to also cause bug spawns. I wonder if they fixed that part of it. I kind of just assumed that was fixed with it, but yeah. But yes, you are right. Mech cluster specific. Mech clusters didn't exist until royalty. So the waking up mech cluster specifically, but I think from what the patch note said, just in general, that sleeping spots like that no longer count as structures, so that it doesn't like wake things or pull things anymore. But actually, now that you've asked that question, I kind of want to test and see if that really does still work with or doesn't work with like insect spawns and stuff. Will a tough, robust, tough skin clan pawn ever die? I don't know. Put them in cataphract armor and see how many they can solo. I don't know. Can't you put a chair down there?
Level reached.
Yeah, but then you would have the pawn exposed. The whole point of doing the spot was that it would wake them up without having anyone go down there in danger at all. Mage tier 3. Thank you, Mage. 10 months, tier 3. It's like 50 months. People might be saying that's 30 months out. No. A tier 3 sub is 5 times more than a tier 1 sub. Thank you, Mage. What is this run? Expedition Run. Expedition Run will explain. Their armor will probably break before they do. They'll probably starve to death, is what it would be. Do you think it would be possible to do a run with all sliders set to max? Probably not, because you'd probably just starve to death, Symphony, honestly. How do you wake them up from a distance now? You either hit them with a mortar or you hit them with like a long range weapon, like a sniper rifle. Does animal sleeping spots work? We can check. I think they fixed all that though. Yeah, it looks like they fixed all of it. Renewals don't count for Game Pass. That's unfortunate. I know, Too Fat Crew gifted tier 3 subs. That was insane. That was insane. Guys, I can't believe how many subscriptions we have. Like I was in a bonus stream last night and someone asked, and so I was like, all right,
join us or die.
We'll see.
Master.
We'll see. All 0 work buildings, yeah. So let me take a look if it's changed since last night. It's changed. What? That's unreal. Mage, they would give sub to Strange Folk. Guys, we're at 3,720 subscribers. What? That's only about 3,000 more subscribers than I've ever had. So that's a little bit more than I'm used to. That's unreal. 3,720. We have 12 new emotes. 12 new emote slots. That's unreal. Unreal. Yeah, you can zone an animal to do it, yeah. That's so unbelievable for me. Holy crap. Holy crap. It's funny, I was just talking about how 5 years ago we were averaging like 25 people. No, it's just every day people have been coming in and subscribing. Yeah, Kim Fuel off of fungus, yep. Yep, 24-hour stream. Conk. Let's go on Kameho. Thank you. Lorico, thank you. You got a pigskin raider named Meatball. I love the pigskin raider names. There's so many good ones. The keywords at the beginning of the YouTube videos are working. Hey, don't tell that. Don't say that here. You'll get some supreme hate over there. Do we need to grow even more hops? I do need to get a little bit more wood so that we can make some more beer barrels. So let's go ahead and expand the work back down here. I know I just turned this work section off, but that's all right. And I need to decide what we're going to do next. I think we're going to end up trying out the minigun craziness. So we'll go ahead and get this moved out, and we'll get the minigun area set up. Day of the Pigskins. You would have never found a stream without YouTube streams. I know, man. YouTube comments don't bother me, but sometimes they're just annoying, right? But I don't let them bother me. But I did get a comment the other day where someone was complaining that I put content on YouTube. They were like, man, you shouldn't be putting these over here. These are just Twitch streams. If anyone wants to watch these, they can just go to Twitch and watch the VODs on there. It's like, all right, let me do that, where Twitch deletes the VOD in 30 to 60 days, where you can't find VODs. There's no keywords for people to find VODs. They can't search for your stuff. The actual VOD experience is garbage. Like, actually watching is terrible. Yeah. Let me do that. Like, all my YouTube money is from Twitch VODs. It's like, if you don't want to watch it, just literally don't watch it. What? Yeah, they made this like long comment about how I should not be on YouTube because I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a Twitch streamer. It's like, all right, gatekeeper. Watch it on YouTube. I don't watch VODs hardly. I watch VODs on YouTube. Like, that's where I watch them because the Twitch VOD experience is garbage. They complain about that stuff, right? They just don't watch it. Like, it doesn't bother me if you don't like the content. No worries. It's not all content is for everyone. That's fine. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But man, oh man, people like that are crazy. People like that are crazy. Don't be on a train unless you drive the train. Thank you, Shaggy. Matt, welcome in. Notes. Chapters put on your videos are amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of help with the timestamp chapters. In fact, the biotech run was almost like 95% of the biotech timestamps were from Mage here in chat, who just subscribed. So those of you that enjoy the timestamps, thank you, Mage. How dare you post things on YouTube? Biggest video platform on the planet. Yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, though, like 99.9% of all commenters on YouTube on videos are nice, normal, you know, sensible comments. But then, man, that like small partial percentage are just like out of their friggin' mind. Out of the mind. Simply don't understand. Have to consume the content wherever you find it, whether I like it or not. He's going for an achievement to try to get 100% watch time on YouTube. Millions of hours a day. Let's see. Ooh, nice. Nice. Give me any tips about how to manage your stockpile. It always gets so big and you need to dig more of the mountain base, etc. All right, so there's a couple things going on there, Tal. You'll notice in my runs that usually I don't make fridges or freezers at all. And so what I try to do in a normal run, it's different in this one because we're eating so much, but in a normal run, I try to set up meals to where I only make enough meals that we need, that we will eat within 3 days before they rot. That way I don't need freezer or cooler for my meal stockpile. I also make sure they use things that are gonna deteriorate faster first, like meat. So I'll set up multiple of these to use like meat and animal products first, and then I'll have the vegetation one. So that's first off. I then try not to overproduce food. I am overproducing in this one on purpose because we're doing a lot of vat births, which take a lot, and our dwarves are all basically gourmand, right? So I am not abiding by that in this, but that's how I usually do in my playthroughs. As far as Tal, oh man, I don't know if Tal's getting the ad break now. I see that there's one going. Tal, let me know if you are not getting an ad. You're still there? Okay. So the other thing that I do is I make sure that I am smelting. I have a lot of smelting rules to smelt anything that I don't need and burn the things that aren't valuable that I don't need. I do the same thing in the crematorium, and I'll set a lot of those up. But I do the rules on like everything I'm making. So for instance, even on stone blocks, right? On stone blocks, I have it make until we have X. I'm not going to need more than 200 at a time in here, and probably less than that. So I don't need 1,000 blocks laying around, giving me more raiders, but also taking up more space like you're talking about. And I try to do that with just about everything. Now, in addition to that, I will dump wealth and items a lot to traders. So I will get a caravan, and I will go trade all the excess stuff. Like right now, I'm waiting to trade these.
Generous bestowal.
But in general, that's what I do with stockpiles. I only produce how much I need. I set rules to only produce how much I need. I only grow just slightly more than what I need, depending on the playthrough. And then I try to minimize just the stuff that I'll never use. If you have something laying around that you're just never going to use, then go trade it, go sell it, whatever. Give it as a gift even. You can drop it as a gift or dump it off as a gift or literally give it to a trader on your map as a gift. There is a gift button in the bottom right of the trade menu that you can gift it. And if none of those things are true, if you can't do that with any of it, and there's no use in it at all, dump it outside, let it deteriorate, or literally dump it on the world map. So the combination of all those things will help. You can go to exclamation wealth as well for a little bit, well, a lot more information. I do have a wealth guide and stuff like that. How do you only grow what you need? So I know how many plants of each type and each soil per colonist makes it so that they can live off simple meals forever. So I know that number, so I only make that on normal playthroughs with a little over in case I get things like refugees that need to eat or something like that. Can you give things that the trader won't buy? I think you can do that. It depends on what it is. I'll have to check, but I don't think. Yeah, I'll check when one comes back in. I think it depends. Have I ever done a wealth independent run? Yes, it's up on YouTube. The 20-year run. I think estimation 20 years will get you to the wealth independent run.
Our modest fellowship
Spud,
expands.
thank you for the Twitch Prime. Will, thank you for the Twitch Prime as well. Beery Mac, the 100 bits. Thank you, Beery Mac, Spud, and Will.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you want to gift anything, the drop pods, but I think most traders are limited. You can't gift them everything for sure. What's this turret? It's for breachers. Hopefully I'll be able to tell you or show you how that works later. Yeah, you can gift some things that they can't buy, but you can't like dump everything on them, I think, yeah. Gold plate armory map. Try to trade it to the Empire who bought it. They refused to take it back. That's weird. You can gift your pawns. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Breachers avoid turrets mechanic? No, it's something different. No. Smart breachers avoid turrets, but this is not for smart breachers. This is something completely different. This is something new. Something new. All right, so that's cleared out. We're just gonna start with some limestone there, I guess. Just some normal limestone walls. Wait, how? We made that, what, 11 wide? Okay, so we'll smooth that one, mine that out. Okay. Let's go on B, welcome in. Genes and gene banks influence gene drops from raiders. I don't think so. I don't know, though. Things are changing so frequently as well that I'm not a... I don't know if it's still the same, but when we did it, it seemed like we did get a double of a gene relatively quickly, but how do you deal with infestations? I either burn them or I just melee block and kill them. Hopefully we'll have one today so you can see. They show up in the caravan trade menu to buy them back. I don't know if they show up immediately in it. Yeah, that's a good question. I know that they can become a world pawn if you leave, but I don't know if they immediately show up in that list. Yeah, I body block them and burn them. Or I body block them and shoot them with chain shotguns, and if... Or they spawn in our bait room and just burn them. You got Sanguine Gene. How can you give it to your people? So you'll need to... what's it called? Just go to the gene assembler. So you need to go to the gene assembler to apply it. Let's go on Owl, welcome in. All right. Might not even do it that way. We'll try it this way. We'll try it. Went to bed, didn't log out. Alcohol is involved. All pawns were dead when you woke up. Ooh, ouch. Ouch. We're on commitment mode. Yeah, I think the watermill generator can be worth it. Yeah, as long as you are able to keep it safe. Unfortunately, you can only make wood bridges with that mod, so some of the wall around it is going to be wood, so raiders can light it on fire. As long as you wall around it. Yeah. It's just, you can kind of think of it as a smaller geothermal. Smaller geothermal. Less power geothermal.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
You're always terrified of that with commitment mode. You discovered me on the 20-year run. Nice. Yeah, that's an older run now. That was when 1.2 first came out, so a couple years ago. Play RimWorld with all the guides. That's awesome. Thank you, Will. Tao, thank you for the subscription. Thank you, Tao. Bandolier is outer wear, so it'll take up the outer slot, yeah. So Bandolier will be good for anyone that's like in the back line shooting that you don't expect to really take hits, you know? So it's gonna be really good for like your longer range pawns or ones you just have in the back or ones you have better cover. It'd be great on like snipers or even on weapons that have a long cooldown time. I'm planning on trying them out with miniguns in this run, but thank you, Tao. Raw formation in your current colony, perfect cover for watermill. Just be aware that when you set that up, if it's overhead mountain, which probably is, you can get an infestation in the water. If you didn't already know, you probably already know, but. What's a bandolier? Bandolier is a new clothing item that reduces reload time by 20%, but it's an outer clothing piece. Think of it as I like to think of it as similar to like, even though it's a little bit different, what Chewbacca wears. Yeah, an ammo belt. Yeah, goes around the shoulder, hangs across. But I just imagine everyone wearing the Chewbacca gear. How come they're not mining that? Rhino, you should definitely be mining it. Oh, he can't because it's actually blocked by the plasteel. He has no spot to actually stand on to mine. That's interesting. Resurrected pawn with the mech serum. Is there a way to guarantee 0 chance of psychosis? There's not. There's not. And you won't know it's on there until it's already gotten to like 10% or so. No, I mean, you can have a healer mech serum, you know, just in case, but shoot it out. Nah, it's fine. There we go. Is that a good ship? Okay. Sure, we're getting something aside from exotic goods on the ships, but you know, better than nothing, I guess. Better than nothing. Watch the video about clothing, how to ensure you have enough. You could just set counter. So that video, like it says in the description in the comment, is out of date. So I wouldn't listen to that video anymore. But yes, I'll show you how I have it set up. I need to make a new one really quick, but yeah, that guide's like 4 years old, back when the menus in there were even different, and you basically needed a mod to make it work like how the base game works now. But yeah, so what I do is I set clothing up to do until X. X is 1, 52% or better, normal or better, and that's it. Don't change anything else. I just leave it as this. And then in the assignment, I'll put, you know, whatever I want them to wear, and then I'll do 51% better, normal or better. This will make it so they will always have non-tattered clothing once you have enough material to do so. I guess I will set some child stuff
Welcome
up
back.
too.
Your steadfast loyalty is
Let's do that at
greatly
the end of this one. So
appreciated.
we're going to have so many children. So let's go ahead and do kid pants, kid shirt, kid romper. So I'll set up here. So do until we have X. X is 1, 52% or better, normal or better, and no human leather. Okay. Do until we have X. X is 1, 52 or better, normal or better, no human leather. Don't want to. We shouldn't have human leather in this run anyway, but just in case. Do until we have X. X is 1, 2 normal. Okay. That should be good. Now we'll end up having a bunch of kids' clothes for all of our little vat children. The romper counts as both. Okay, that's good to know. But is the romper only baby, or can they wear it even when they're like 10? This romper makes me think like 1 to 3. Becoming mech raid here is basically set up just outside. What kind of mech raid? Is it a mech boss summon? Is it a breach raid? Or is it just a standard normal mech raid? Because it depends. Romper all the way to 13. That's kind of crazy. All right. All right, just romper it is then. Boss summons don't have collision, so that's why. Snuffalo. You cannot cause collision with boss mech summons or sappers or breachers. Babies don't wear the romper. That's so weird. It's 3:13. Well, our babies are staying in the vat till 3 anyway, at the least. You're confused? Yeah. The boss was boss ones do not are not impacted by it. Thing in the stockpile that looks like honey, have 18 of it. That's baby food. Yes, I'm okay. Luigi, welcome in. I am specifically talking about the question they asked with the turret. The turret or the door with a zonable creature from the pathing guide does not work against those 3. Obviously, they will eventually have collision when you enter combat with them by psycasting them or shooting them or something like that, just like everything. So they won't stay stacked forever. But no, you can't cause pre-collision with those type of raids with those ways from the pathing guide now. Nope. All right, so I think I'm gonna do double doors here. In fact, I'm actually gonna use auto doors because we need to get through there quickly. So we're gonna go we'll even do plasteel auto door. Start there. Out the fences and the corridors. That's because they're stopped by fences. You can't stop it. So if you look at an animal, here, I'll go into an example. All right, here's a turkey. Click on the animal and you'll see blocked by fences. Every animal that's blocked by fences will attack fences or barricades if they are manhunters because they can't walk over them. So instead of just like walking around the outside of fences and barricades while you just shoot them and they don't do anything, they attack those. So animals that are stopped by fences will attack fences, barricades, or sandbags when they are in manhunter. So that's why you'll see like polar bears don't do it, but you know, turkeys will. Muffalos is a good example. Muffalos will attack those things, whereas like you get attacked by manhunting elephants and they won't. So that's why, but you can't stop it. That's just how the individual animals are. I'm sure you can mod it, but in general, that's just how those animals are. Okay, we'll get those doors done, and then we're going to measure out our EMP throwers here. Let me in, let me in. The sandbags no longer count as fences anymore, only barricades do. That's interesting. Yeah, that's strange. I wonder why that was changed. How do I prevent infestations? I don't. I just killed them. Huge room farm? Yep. Alright, we'll go ahead and switch this back. Okay. Bear attacking the buffalo. Oh god, we were talking about that yesterday. The Fluffy incident. Exclamation muff, I think. Exclamation MUFF is that command. Friggin' Fluffy. Alright, so we're also going to go ahead and smooth the path to there so we can get down there quicker when we need to. So... Why are the two barricades in front? It's gonna be kind of hard to explain until the raid happens, and I'll show you. I don't know if we posted a screenshot of it on Discord yet or not. Boy, turning off those research benches is like the best thing I've done this run. But it's a specific setup for manipulating specifically pikemen and snipers. You're never sure if it helped. It can absorb. So the benefit of this one, it doesn't give you more cover. So Reeve, what it ends up doing is it adds another target that mischance can end up hitting on. So like if you have a pawn here and something misses, it can occasionally, it's very low, but it can occasionally, you know, absorb a shot, which is worth it. Buffalo Clip's insane. What happened to my high mate? They're just sleeping. She's just sleeping. She's good. She's good. You didn't see her? No. She's moved down the line. So basically, I use her as a block or as a selection between our real good combat colonists, our adult combat colonists, and the children and the meat shields, pretty much. So, gamer girl, welcome back. Welcome back. This is the minigun setup? No, it's not. That's it? No, it isn't. This is just the start of it.
Welcome.
Is there welcome in?
Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
All right, lumberjack, grab this. Okay, so that spot. Let's see. Okay. All right. No, I don't have a guide on breachers anywhere. No. The best thing to probably watch with breachers is my transhumanist run, because that was when breachers were bugged and there were 93% of every raid, like literally 93%. Back when ideology was new. So if you click like in the late episodes of that, you'll see that I have just like breacher defense every friggin' where. But there is a new kind of breacher thing that I'm implementing in this one that we're talking about on the Discord, and I'll just talk about it a little bit, and then I'll put it into action later. But so right now, there's this weird thing happening where when you have a breach raid, if you have a powered pathable turret where the breach raid is coming, the non-breacher entities in that raid will break rank and go to attack it. So what this does, if you have it placed properly, and I'm not sure it is in this base, I might have to move it over here. But what that means is, let's say we have a breach coming up through here, and it's a pirate breach, and there are 6 people throwing frag grenades, and there are 20 people that don't have frag grenades. So right now in practice and in dev mode and things like that, what's happening is you get a breacher raid, you open this. What happens is when they come here, the ones that don't have the grenades break off and they come all the way in to try to get to the turret. They don't have collision, so you have to be a little bit careful with that. But they come in to get to the turret and you kill all them, and then all you have left are just literally the breachers. It even works with mechs. Mechs will break rank to go try to kill that single turret, and the termite will keep doing its job. It'll keep breaking through. Same thing with tribals, like the ones with breach axes will still do their thing, and the other ones will break rank to try to get to that turret. That is how it's working every single time right now in like dev mode and stuff like that. But the position of the turret, there seems to be like a breakpoint, like a distance breakpoint. So I'm going to be testing it. I might even put another one over here. It's like nothing for me to do so, I guess. So I might as well do it just in case. But yeah, it's a very weird thing that's going on. But even smart breachers try to avoid turrets, but apparently that AI is only literally the breaching unit. Termites will not bury themselves in the mountain. They only blow up a 5-wide tunnel. I mean, you could make a roof trap, but it's not really gonna, yeah. I'm already back out of steel because of this. I'll just do some strip mining over there, and then we'll put the drills here after. Gotta remember there's a mech cluster out there too. Got distracted and they died of malnutrition. Whoops. Whoops. Termites? Yeah, termites were added in 1.3. They're the breacher mech. Partial welcome in. Feel well. All's good. How am I? Oh, you're talking to Queen Bee. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're feeling well anyway, gamer girl. The game has termites? Yeah. Termites are added in 1.3. Yeah, it's so they've been in the game a little over a year, almost a year and a half. Not that familiar with mechs. Yeah. So they are breach raids. They have a cannon on them. Oh my god. Well, it looks like we're going to stop scanning for just a little bit. Max growth here, then shove the kid in the vat until the next age threshold. I probably can. They have a cannon on them that destroys... It's basically like a 3x3 area. Does pretty big damage. And one really annoying thing about the termite is that when the explosion hits, it seems to cause brain damage a lot. Yeah, destroys walls and causes brain scars. Yeah, exactly. Uranium. I'll just keep hearing the mortar shots. Vampires can heal scars, yep. Lung collapses. They can't regenerate body parts, but they can heal scars. I don't know. How long is it for a vampire to heal scars? I don't know the timer on it yet. Drop pods can now land in mountains? No. Can mortars now shoot into mountains? No. That has not changed. It depends on what you mean by mountains. But overhead mountain, no. Thin rock roof, yes. Same as always. 15 to 30 days. Okay, thank you. The truth. Just prepare you for Dwarf Fortress. It's a lot of people have been saying that. What's kind of weird about it is I had already played this one before it got announced, right? So they're having people coming in and it's like, hey, are you doing this because Dwarf Fortress is going to be released? It's like, well, no. That was not part of the plan. Goat just got hit by a friggin' mech mortar. All right. That sucks. No stomach, no kidney. Nice. Excellent. Excellent. Wow. What a shot. What a shot that was. I was looking at it too. I like scrolled down there. I saw him. I was like, I hope he doesn't get hit by that mortar. Bam. I didn't want to say it out loud, but apparently I didn't need to. Apparently I didn't need to say it out loud. Just have a northern cave exit. Yep. Yeah, those organs were already destroyed. Yeah, I kind of forgot. Those were destroyed when he was a kid. I think it's the map 325. Well, the guides help for a newbie. Say thanks. Thank you, Soy. Never let me know. Need some organ donors. It's in our ideology. We can't harvest organs. We have to buy them. So I need to buy a stomach, or I can make one of the special stomachs eventually. Wait, can't we actually got to the detoxifier kidney, right? Hang on. So we can make him the detoxifier kidney. Is there any downside to it? We get extra toxic resistance as well. 2 advanced components, 15 plasteel only. That's not too bad. You can install a peg leg still, Neff. Yep. The item is ugly. They can't see the kidney. That's just the item's beauty. So if the kidney's laying on the ground, the item is ugly. All right, let's make one. Hey, you look like a guy that has an ugly kidney. I don't like you anymore. What do you mean I look like a guy that has an ugly kidney? I don't know, man. I can just tell there's something about you. The item beauty on it's always misleading. Yeah, it is. Yeah, to be completely fair, it's just funny. Sounds reasonable. Social fight started. Reason, insulted kidneys. My poor ugly kidneys. Bionic stomach, yeah. Let me look at that. Should actually probably made that one first. We'll do one of each. Compared to Adam's kidney to a gazelle. Adam is now hiding in his room. Hi, Digest. So it was interesting. Was it 1.3? I think it was 1.3. During the first patch notes for 1.3, there was a line in the patch notes. I remember reading it very clearly, and it said, stomachs are no longer a vital organ. And I was like, what? So, it is a lot of mushrooms yet. But they need a lot of food when they don't have a stomach. Apparently, it just goes right through them. Right through them. Boom. Hey, we found some steel. 2 more days for the next Dwarf baby. In real life, they're technically not either, yeah. It is nice, though, that they did that, because before, he would just be dead. Before, when you got a destroyed stomach, that character was just dead. A tube with arms and legs, yeah. Tube feeding is a thing, yep. Hoser. Thank you for the 10 months, Hoser. Potato Monster, thank you for the 4 months. Thank you again, Hoser. Cause hit home in some way. Have one kidney. It's oversized. You guess the kitty would be normal or ugly because it isn't normal size, so. Let's go, Noel. You're late. How dare. No, welcome in. There, come in, Noel. Solar flare is over. Nice. Drastically reduced eating efficiency. All right. Well, there is the bionic stomach. So, goat. Let's get that installed. I like how it's still there, but it's just grayed out for the ovum thing. Wait, are you a lady goat? Are you a lady goat? Can't just ask goats if they're lady goats or not. All right, Claw, you ready to do some surgery on goat? Let's do it. Biostarvation. That's when you don't have enough food in the baby vats. Did that pop up temporarily? We're just really hungry yet. We literally ran out of food yesterday and was starving. So we're overproducing because the vats take a lot. And now we're about to start doing vat growth again. So we're going to go through it. Why don't I build floors? Because the smooth flooring is better than it. See? 2 beauty. Do you not have a hospital? This is a hospital. But no, not yet. We don't need one yet. Goat. Goat now has bionic stomach. Way to go, goat. Just make sure you don't get hit with any EMP devices. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Whoops. I forgot we scanned that hole over there. Well, now drop pods can go through there. Now we can actually get drop pod rated from this side. Huh. That's not too big of a deal. If we leave this door open and only close it when we have raids coming through, drop pod raids there will just pass this way anyway. So it's not a huge thing, I guess. And actually that gives us a lot of scanner space. So if we, is that rich soil? Ooh, look at that. Guys, we found where we can grow our devil strand. Have a drop pod in like 10 minutes there. There's also components down there. We found our devil strand grotto. Nice. I did this on purpose, by the way. I absolutely knew that. I remembered it. Just playing it up for the stream, obviously. Way to go, me. No, I even mentioned it earlier. I was like, that area is hollow. We scanned it. Is this run going on YouTube? It will, yep. It will be on YouTube. It'll be the first edited run ever. Doing some experimenting. It's bad and good at the same time, yeah. This is the kind of spot you grew your devil strand in your last run. It's a nice little devil strand grotto. Hole is great. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. The mortar can hit there. Yep, that's why I'm not setting that up for them to mine yet. I'm not playing Devil Strand until we're done with this. I might just go ahead and try to take out the auto mortar. I was kind of waiting for a raid, but I might do it. No power cells, unfortunately. Can build the ship there. That's true. That does open up ship launch viability. I was going to do the royalty ending. That actually opens us up to maybe do ship launch if we want instead. He wears marine armor and has an excellent monosword. A brave little cougar. That's not a quest cluster, no. That's not a cluster, it's a maze. Wonder what's going to be in those capsules. There's a lot of drop pods there, too. Yeah, well, that could allow us to have more mortars, yeah. God. Man, those mortars that are hitting are being really precise. Holy crap. No more of that. Chill out. What's scary? 10 scythers or 4 centipedes? 4 centipedes. 100%. I'd rather fight 1,000. Literally, would rather fight 1,000 scythers than 25 centipedes. How solar flares don't affect mechs, yeah. Let's go, Fozzie. Wompy, welcome in. Vat Dwarf has become a child. Are we going to grow them the normal way, or we're just going to make them Vat soldiers? Devils is a growing zone for Devil Strain. Farm says affected. A bunch of IDs there. Yeah, you could do that, yeah. 1 centipede size scyther or 5 scyther size centipedes. Still the scyther size centipedes are scarier. Let's make them vat dwarfs still. We're gonna get a vat grown army here. See how they function. All right, Anzer, is it ovum time again? One day, Anzer, come on. Wolf Knight, welcome in. Yeah, we're gonna wait on that mech cluster before we start doing the rest of this setup. How do you grow things in the mountain? It's fungal gravel. So if you have the ideology expansion and you go as the tunneler faction, you'll be able to grow or make a floor called fungal gravel. Fungal gravel you can put over overhead mountain, and you can grow things in it. Now these are with hydroponic basins, which you can use under the mountain without any DLC. Yeah, no worries, no name. Jaws ponds grow normal if no vat. Yeah, I need vat soldiers, so vat soldiers it is. Do we have any other fertile people here? Problem is, the only person to fertilize this right now is related. So I don't want to do that one. Sloth. Okay. Finish the mech run. Yes, I finished that on last Sunday. So mech run was ended a week ago. Aren't vat babies only bad? They don't have, they only get a choice of one trait and they don't have any passions, but it depends on what you need them for. All right, fertilize it up. End up winning. It's all on YouTube, so if you want to see Yeti Bot, you can check it out. The entire run is on YouTube. But I don't want to spoil it because I know some people are still watching, so I'm not going to spoil it. Melee block or burn them. Whichever. Healthy vat baby. Plop. 2, 3 and a vat is bad. Yeah. Have any mechs this run? Like a Mechanitor? No, I just finished the Mechanitor run. I probably won't do it in this one. So on Doc, Poland, welcome in. Isn't it better to put beds right next to the door? No, because then I can't melee block. So this entire base and all the doors aside from this one are very specifically placed because of insects. So I need 3 wide on as many doors as I can so that I can 3 wide melee block. Can a colony this size fail? Absolutely, 100% it can. I've lost runs with 50 colonists, yep. Yep. Goat. Install the detoxifier kidney. Wonder why this is happening. So used to you could right click and have the stay there until surgery option, but now I have to add the kidney, then right click, or it doesn't even have the option at all. I don't want him to end up getting surgery enacted on him. We have medicine without him being in the hospital bed. It no longer has that go wait on surgery. A job higher than pasting? No, but even if he did, I'm right click forcing it. So no, he doesn't. So this is like a thing that's happened very recently. Nope, no chance. Anti-tears, nope. We playing Total War tonight. And now we can click right until he's healed. Yeah, really weird. Has you now as well. Yeah, it sucks. Has you now too. I have to remember to report that in developer Discord, but Goat, you are a full Dwarven person now. Notice you're already yet. No, it's happened with all surgeries. Even the ovum surgery does that. Sometimes. Sometimes. Okay, answer. 10 hours left. Option only appearing when the room description is hospital. No. Nope. It's a hospital bed, so it didn't matter. Like, I literally used to make it so that the barracks, all their beds they slept in were hospitals, and I would just were hospital beds, and I would just switch it from non-medical to medical, and then I would get the option. So this is something that changed very recently. I'm sure it's like a bug with 1.4. Even when I woke them up, I wasn't able to do it, but yeah. How strong can a raised pawn be? Children that you raise can be just god pawns. They are so good. If you get them at max growth tier, they get 3 passions and a choice between a lot of different traits at different stages of their life. So they can end up with like, well, let me show you one of them that we raised last night. Where is that one? We have a really... Look at this. Fast learner, great memory, 8 passions. Quick sleeper. This kid could just be good at everything other than because of animals, because we're dwarves, but they can become just crazy. Like, imagine how rare this pawn would be without raising them, to just roll this pawn. 8 passions, 3 top tier traits. These are from genetics, so ignore those, but just really crazy. And this kid was raised in a vat until he was 3, and then was raised, yeah, and he's only 13. Yeah, and children are overpowered. If you keep your children safe and you keep their learning maxed out, it's really nuts. It's really nuts. What does 500% mean? 5% is a difficulty multiplier. So losing is fun. The normal hardest difficulty is 220% raid strength. So if you go to custom settings, you can put that all the way up to 500%. So it's more than twice as difficult raid point wise as losing is fun. No, tribal children do not get natural meditation right now, unfortunately. Is it ideal to raise them in a vat till 3? It is if you don't care about the mood hit. So putting a child in a vat makes the parents get a -4 for their child being in a vat. And you also don't get like the giggle buffs and stuff like that. But ever play with more modest storytellers? Yep. If you do have any recommendations, so Winston Waves is incredibly fun. So I just did a bunch of runs against Winston Waves. We actually beat Winston Waves. We went to over 100 waves and launched a ship. It was really crazy. One of the funnest set of runs I've ever done. Igor was very, very fun as well. My Igor run is already up on YouTube, so if you go check out my Igor run on YouTube. But yeah, I liked Igor and Winston Waves a whole lot. They dramatically change how the game functions. Takes them a long time to feed the non-vat babies. Yeah, it does. You can put people in vats all the way until they're 18 if you want. You need 1,000%. I'm pretty sure that would just be instant death over and over. But how's life with Cassandra? It's nice because we actually get raids, you know. Last time we played Randy, sometimes we'd go like a year without a raid, so. Can you remove incapable violence with a gene? I don't know if there's a gene that replaces incapable violence. I'm not sure. I don't remember there being one, but like I said, things are changing all the time. There's so many genes, so I'm not sure. Only one male donor. Yeah, we are going to run into that. Yep. Yes, when someone dies, someone's going to have a lot. We're going to have a lot of mood hits. Yep. So I just need to make sure no one dies. Hyper aggressive might. Yeah, I don't know. Compared to the custom storytelling, oh yeah, it's like night and day. Yeah, those ones actually change how the game functions so incredibly. Yeah. Look at this wealth increase. Oh my god. We're only like 100,000 off from raid cap. Oof. That's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. Okay, we're gonna do this to speed up the walking through here. We're lining up. I don't want it down the middle. Might as well do this while that mech cluster's out there. What's raid cap? Raid cap is 10,000 raid points. Raid cap is 10,000 raid points. Did I make a command for the raid cap clip? I feel like I did. If I did, someone remember? It's in the announcements channel if I did. Should we add more storytellers? Yeah, that would be nice. Just 5% have the same raid point cap. It's the same raid point cap of 10,000, but you get there way faster, yeah. Depending on how you play and how many pawns you have, you're usually there at about 250,000 to 270,000 wealth. How do you get infinite sources of blood for vampire? Prisoners. You get a prisoner, go into prisoner tab, and click on Hemogen Farm. Or blood feed, whichever one. Oh, there it is. Raid cap. Exclamation raid cap. Thank you, Duck. Exclamation raid cap. We'll explain it. Right. You can customize storyteller and scenario a bit, yeah. Even in the base game. All right, we're getting ahead on beer. Hooray. Hooray. Oh, it's a quest. Large assembly. No, I'm not making a building. Thanks. I wish that was the raid. How did the one turret wake up? Are you talking about the auto mortar? That's just, I don't know why. Auto mortar mech. The mortar wakes up before the cluster. I don't know. Hemogen Farm is really good for medical experience too, yeah. How much power are we at? All right, it looks like we can probably mine here safely. We have enough. Yeah, that's great. I'm just gonna route this over there like this. Not ideal, but oh well. Can't paint armchairs? You can paint so many things. Wait, so you can't paint chairs, but you can paint, oh, I guess it makes a little bit of sense. I really was upset that you can't paint the ship, though. You can paint basically all structures, but you can't paint the ship. I want to paint my ship red. We would have went faster to space if I could paint it red. It's gonna beep, Rocketman. Shoots far. It's a mortar. Yeah, it can shoot on the entire map. Can't paint bridges. Defoliator ship also. Oh, God. Yeah, we're getting up there in raid cap. We're pretty close. We're getting up there. Can you paint people? Kinda, yeah. You can get genes for purple skin. Mary's purple so that we can't target. It is interesting. I haven't had any of these I talked about, and here they are. All right, cool. We can't wake these up anymore with the sleeping spot either, so. All right, well. Play Dark Side. I don't know. I don't know if I'll have time. I wouldn't mind trying it, though. Bean Man, thank you for the gift sub to Pog Farting Compilation. Thank you, Bean Man. All right. It's ovum time. Got enough mechs on the map? Oh, I hope so. At least they're all asleep right now. How do you get so much wealth? So the big jump in wealth is because I started... There's two things happening. I started making... Or three things. I started the hydroponic farm. I started making more mushrooms. And I set up clothing rules. And as you saw, may have saw, we were pumping out like masterwork and legendary clothing. Purple makes you invisible. Have you ever seen a purple orc? I don't think so. We're gonna have a lot of vat-grown dwarven soldiers. Hey, can you guys go wake up that Met cluster for me? Thanks. What's the goal and numbers of colonists? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Animals won't attack hibernating mechs. Look at them. The Met cluster's trying to hit those prisoners with the mortar. $200 colonists. Oh my god, it'd be so laggy. Go wake that cluster up for me, combo. Combo, please. Oh, Sam. Sam, quick on his feet. She dodged that like a pro. Some like Mike Tyson dodge in there. Is that a meteor? No, it's a mortar. These are the bravest or the stupidest tribals of all time. Perhaps both. Exclamation seed, yep. Oh! Sam. Whoa, Sam. Combo is sad. Like, wait, what happened? Sam, don't ever turn your back to a mortar. Combo, what are you doing? Combo, do you want vengeance? Combo thought better of it. Is that the bush sniper? It is. All right, Combo's out. Wow. I'm glad I went and watched that. I'm glad I went and watched that random tribal get killed. Royal Tribute Collector. Oh. Oh. Are all your pawns dwarves? All but two of them. Do it. Do it. Oh, they're doing it. Those are some dead Empire people there. What's this big red ring? I don't know. This is our fault, by the way. Alexios getting flamethrowered. He's never ran into a Scorcher before. Aeneas over here behind the tree, shooting into the low shield like an idiot. Dioros, Valentin. Man, the ones in the bottom left getting just surrounded by Scythers. Theo dead. It's Valentin's last stand. Valentin, are you going to stand your ground? You're going to try to get out. Oh, he took out a Scyther. Valentin. Dealing some real damage to that. What? I gotta watch this. Can you take out that mech? There's no way you take out that. He still has no damage. Oh no, Valentin, he's gonna solo a Centipede? Surely not, guys. Surely not. Valentin, I need to go man our tunnel. He's actually winning. I've never seen this. Valentin, I'll be right back. I gotta grab my people. What? He did it! No way! No way! What? Oh! And he's leaving the map! If he gets off the map, oh my god. Are you winning, son? Go, Valentin, go! I'll come check for your corpse in a minute. Not that there will be one. Oh crap, that door got held open. Okay, well, whatever. Okay. Valentin, did you make it? Guys, he made it off the map. Valentin made it off. What? He went into... He was the last survivor. He went in there. He took out an entire... He took out a centipede by himself. I think he walked off the map. Valentin got off. He did. He did. He's the main character. He's almost Tiberius level, yeah. He one-on-one a centipede with a chain shotgun and then walked off the map at half health. Yeah. Still more coming. Valentine will be the next seed. Psychic sensitivity impact single-phase's abilities. I haven't checked that yet. It definitely helps Psycaster, but I don't know about the single-phase abilities. Yeah, he had great cover. He took 75% cover. I can't believe he killed. I was wondering how he wasn't missing, but he had, what was it, 17 shooting? Yeah, if you find out, Alec, let me know. It was 15 shooting, 17 melee. Thank you. I had him reversed. Still one more. Okay. I don't really use very many mods, so you can do exclamation mods, but there's basically nothing. Type exclamation mods, you'll see. There you go. Thank you, Bead Man. Thank you, Too Fat Crew. I guess I can just stop throwing the EMPs unless it's a boss mech. We can get more firepower out that way. Is there any downside for a baby growing in a vat till they're 3? Only a mood hit for the parents, really. You don't get the giggle fit stuff, but also the parents have a -4 mood hit for their children being in vats, so. All right. So I need to get this replaced, this replaced. So nothing. Okay. Singularity no longer works south facing. That's right. Yep. I had a comment chain with someone on YouTube that was talking about how it doesn't work and I was wrong and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, did you check the pinned comment and see and make sure all that's right? And they were like, so wait, it doesn't work if it's south facing? I was like, yeah, exactly. That's why it says in multiple places on here to not build it that direction and then complain it doesn't work. But then I had another person that said they just couldn't see the pinned comment. It was like similar. That person was nicer though. It was a nicer interaction, even though they also was saying it wasn't working. Read? You expect me to read? Person chucking EMPs needs a scholarship or a contract. Yeah, that went pretty well. Pretty well. Yeah, Singularity still works, and it works against everything. It even works against bosses. I've had a couple comments saying it doesn't work against the bosses. It does. If it doesn't work for you, you're doing something wrong. And I'm not meaning that in like a slight. It's like there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of specifics on that. So your last minute work, it was south facing. Any plans for the new open section? Yeah, when this mortar is done, I'm gonna grow Devil Strand over there. You're playing it wrong. You made it like that. Pottery pieces and still get ass crap you already typed out. Yeah. Why have so much food? Because basically all of our people are gourmands pretty much, and we are about to have like 15 vat babies, and vats take a lot of nutrition. It's another one of those things. Nothing against you at all, but no matter what I do, I always get asked questions about it. So when I was just only making enough food, just enough for us to eat, and we were hovering on just like 20 meals always and like 600 fungus, people were like, why don't you grow more food? Why don't you have a freezer? Why don't you stockpile some more meals? And then so I go into that. So I go into more stuff because we're going into more tubes and stuff, and then I get, why are you making so much food? And I mean, it is a expected question, but it's just one of those funny things. Like, I don't fault you for asking it at all or anything like that, but it's just funny that it's asked. What's the advantage of vat children? They grow much faster. Channel growth, half hour or so ago. Relevant then. Know you're recording YouTube, so read it whenever you have time. Let me see if I can scroll back to it. Tet. Was it during all the craziness? Did you do a AMA thing, Tet? My chat only goes back so far. Hang on, Tet. If you have it and want to copy and paste it or something, feel free, but I need to come kill this really quick. Hurry up. Vat children, it depends on when you take them out. If you only put them in the vat till age 3, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you keep them in the vat all the way until their adulthood, they're not gonna get passions, no. Every part of the growth the channel's had, it's been crazy. I know it's gonna go back to a new normal anytime, but was it before or after you were talking about Valentin getting off? I'm scrolling. I reached the top of the scroll. Way before? Okay, hang on. Oh, I forgot they updated this. Hang on. I can find it. Basically, how the channel's grown in 4 or 5 years. It's been crazy, man. So years ago that you hoped it would happen. Family, it seems like you finally found. Oh, it scrolled. Scrolls. Game and loyal base. It's been an amazing ride. Thank you, Tet. That's kind of you to say. Yeah, man, you've been here since the early Darkest Dungeon days. So you were around. I was talking earlier, well, obviously in Dream Daddy and stuff. You were around back when we were averaging only like 25, 30 people. Hold up the chat. No. I figured out how to do it. So I had forgotten, but the text, the chat program that I use actually did have an update. So the one that I use now, I can literally just click on your name and it'll show me your message history. So I had forgot that and I was trying to scroll it first. So that's on me. But now I know I can click and go and see. Only keeping the vat till 3. That's what I did for the one. Right now I'm just making vat grown soldiers. So I don't care if they have passions or traits. Like these ones are literally going to be frontline, just be soldiers. So, but these ones, all the ones that turn out amazing. So like this one, look at this. This kid I kept into a vat until they were 3, and then I took them out of the vat and I nurtured them until they were 13. And they have 3 godly traits and 8 passions. So why vat soldier? The entire purpose of this playthrough is to play around with, experiment, and test out the various children aspect of the game. Just like the previous playthrough that we did was about the Mechanitor. So we raised a bunch of kids to god pawns, and now I'm putting them in I'm doing a batch, let's call them, of just like soldiers only. So I need a lot more people holding guns for this minigun setup that I'm setting up, and that will help towards that. You saw VAT cloning mod already? That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it's been crazy tit. DLC worth the price? I think so. Think of how many hours of content you're gonna get out of it, and see if that per hour price is worth it for you. I mean, I 100%, but this one feels more like 2.5 DLCs. Do you ever use IDs? Sometimes, yeah. Depends on the situation. I have 2 IDs right now, but they're for very specific purposes. Make a bad batch to reduce food costs. With genes, you could, yeah. Am I the one responsible for all the soldiers in Ancient Dangers? A Borg playthrough? Simulate all raiders that consider worthy enough? You can do that. I did a similar one. Yeah, you can definitely do a Borg type playthrough. Only played the max, haven't even dipped in. Yeah, there's so much. There's so much in this one. It's really insane. So what do we have here? We just have the Scyther assembler. Is that the only assembler? I still can't believe Valentin took so much of that out. This is the mech that he took out. Look at that. Dozens of chain shotgun hits. I don't even know if he missed. Valentin. A god pawn. Oh, the crypto, yeah. The ship caskets, cryo sleep caskets. More dwarfs. He's the new Tiberius. Valentin. Okay, I gotta make sure this doesn't happen again. It ended up not really mattering too much, but it could have. It could have mattered. Were we out of steel again? No. That's what was going on there. Okay. Good use of jump packs. Jump packs can be used in a couple ways. You can use them for engaging. So you can jump your melee pawns in or whatever. You can use them to engage like on a flank. You can also use them to retreat, to get away more easily. You can use them on someone to save someone. Like if someone's down and there's a firefight, you can have them now, draft your person, have them pick up that person, then jump away. So yeah, the jump pack and the long jump gene are really good utility genes in general. So like I said, especially if you're trying to save someone or you have, a melee pawn or just literally running away. 620 toxic packs and it's only a 1-star. That's insane. I think they need to rebalance that a little bit. The healer mech in the last run, did you find them helpful? The healer mech seems like, for me, we had a lot of colonists, right? So I had a lot of good doctors, but the healer mech definitely seems good, especially in lower colonist count, or if you just don't get any good doctors. But the healer mech coming with its own jump pack is also really nice. You got a 410 at 1-star as well. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. You make them an eye finally too. Oh, theirs was recent. Okay. And we need an arm. Okay. So let's go ahead and queue those up. I need to start making advanced components, but I don't think we have a lot of gold. A lot of gold. Oh, I was going to also mine that steel so we can start working on getting those guns set up. So let me do that. Put one drill there. And other drill there. Also wardens. That's interesting.
A new subscriber.
God.
Come, steal yourself.
Hamsters.
We are building.
I had a
an
feeling you were about to
army.
do that. Hamster says, viewers galore. Take this, ads. Hamsters, thank you for the 10 gift subs. That's 10 more people that won't get ads in the channel. And of course, it supports me. Thank you, hamsters. Very much appreciated. Much love to that hamster once again. Once again. It's only one. Hang on. So on Pineapple, didn't win the Powerball. So no Adam versus Divinity 2 stream today. Good luck, Pineapple. Let's go on Jalik. Insane, welcome in. Feels nice to have good shooters finally. The children still need a little bit of practice, you know. They're still hitting some walls, but overall, we got some good shooters now. Can you get a second gift sub? Only if you don't currently have an active sub. Let's go MBD. 50-person work pot win $12. Nice. Nice. Look at all those little dwarven beans. You had to be 14 to fertilize. Okay. Hash Monkey, you're gonna have a child. This is our first one that we've had at 14. This is the first one that has a different father. Nice. It was with a baseliner, so this will be interesting to see how it turns out. So this one was with a baseliner and a dwarf. Oh, it's got a different body color. Well, it's because Hash Monkey has a different body color. All right. I could just go ahead and take that mortar out, but I kind of want to use this for defense. I never even went and got those mortars. Now we got all this down here. You don't have to wait until it's actually born. You can check the embryo. That's it. That's all you got. How many days in are we? 329. Oh no. Our Dwarven DNA is being tainted. Making Jon Snow. Our Dwarven DNA. Alright, now we're actually mining that steel. Area revealed. Hang on a friggin' second. What? Okay. Yeah, that's what we'll probably start doing is collecting Dwarf DNA to rewrite it. Eugenics, you mean dwarves, yeah. That's right. Yeah, we should probably start working on that. I'm not sure where though. Not sure. Not sure. All right, we'll get through a little of this mushroom. Let's go ahead and Cesny, welcome in. Mushroom. No badgers here. Maybe we just finish pushing wealth and say screw it. We might die if I do it, but maybe it's time. We're almost there anyway. How many mechs was that? How many centipedes? 15. Plus it was a ship, so. Snake. All right, let's link those. Make that into the old raw fungus. Given the old raw fungus. Tor, get your shotgun back, my friend. You know what? Get that excellent one. It's an old meme, but it checks out. Just wait on the baby warriors, and then we'll go. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That'll be enough to man this other side. Or dwarf that other side. I don't think I need these anymore. Can 3-year-olds wield guns? Yes. Yes, they can. Is that the last Scyther? The last Scyther. All right. Let's get us some shooting experience. That is one dead Scyther. Killer sci-fi movie. All right. Looks like steel is good. We are... I need to work on those body parts. Let's see. We have a little bit of gold. Let's go ahead and do make advanced opponents. Do until we have X. 10 is fine. There we go. Unlike lame adults. I could get rid of this and make the... Well, we can always rebuild one when we need it. I could just make this the genetic room. Let's see. Getting the gene extractor would be ideal. So yeah, we could have that. That's fine. That's fine. We're doing meals for now anyway. Vat-grown dwarves. Yeah, we already raised a bunch of dwarves the old-fashioned way. Now it's time to vat-raise a dwarven army. What? That's like orc talk. Goblin talk. Let's go on nickname. Scyther hand options. Yeah, for anyone that didn't know, back in the day, mechs could be down just like, you know, humanoids get down and you can arrest them. But instead of being able to arrest the mechs, you could perform surgery on them. And the mechs had, one of the surgeries was kill button. So you could literally do a surgery where you just come over and you push the kill button and they die. But Scythers had one where you could extract their Scyther arm, the claw, and then you could install it on your colonists. There's some legendary pants just sitting there. Where's the small shells from? Those were added in 1.4. So it's just in the base game now. Didn't they make the colonists basically worthless? Kinda, yeah. They weren't great, but... Masterwork chain shotgun. Alright, Rhino, looks like you get a shotgun upgrade, my friend. He has an excellent. Do we have anyone else with a normal? Okay. Ben, welcome in. Lucario, welcome in. Biostarvation, what? Put the baby food in there. Thoughts on how to raise high-tier children? It's pretty easy right now. So DC, literally have a desk for every 2 children and have 3 blackboards connected to it. That's all I've done, and all my children get their max growth tier. Seems almost like cheating. Parents at all this run since you're making lots of babies? Yeah, I've checked the parents, yeah. We have no incest, if that's what you're asking. No incest. Blackboard stack up to 3. Yep. Why not? Because incest genes are terrible. See how these are all 3 connected to both deaths? Still might get mediocre or bad traits. I have not had a single child with, because you get to choose from so many traits. I haven't had a single child that are maxed out on growth tiers have none of their choices be decent. It's allowed. It's allowed, but you get bad genes from it. It is allowed, yeah. There's literally a gene that says it's literally called incest, yeah. Hey! Hey, combat suppliers! That was supposed to be taken out by a raid. We did it! Good job, chat. We have defeated the mech cluster. You can tell that we did it because we heard the noise and we have the mood buff. Yeah, look at that. Defeated mech cluster +4. We did this. This was us. We did this. All right, now we can do that planting that I was going to do. That was us. Don't let them tell you. Who are they? I don't know. Don't let them tell you otherwise. All right, we're going to plant our Devil Strand in this pocket here. This is our Devil Strand pocket. Ah, screw it. We'll plant it there too. There's our Devil Strand pocket. Excellent. We'll put this so that they put the fire out if there's a fire here. The Devil Strand pocket. You were curious which one is yours, Soul Sapper? Let's take a look, Soul Sapper. Muzz, Rainman, and Skeeter. It looks like you produce daughters, apparently. Let's see what the devil says about Devil Strand pockets. Oh, Tuck has some of the devil. All right, Tuck. We'll see what he says.
If I was in Pokemon, I'd be super rare.
And look at that. That's a quote from Hades. Interesting. That's a decent devil quote. It's a decent devil quote. Only the pockets are made from Devil Strand. Let's go in, Reichel. Welcome in. So we're going to take this and make this our baby food storage. So that's what we're using in the vats. All right, make that baby food. Another masterwork chain shotgun. Let's read the art on this one. I missed the last one. This weapon is engraved with an illustration of Answer being disabled out of bleak necessity. A cowboy watches silently near the edge of the image. At the edge of the image are 9 shrews. So a cowboy and 9 shrews. This image refers to the disabling of Answer. Cowboy and some shrews watching you be disabled. Sad. Why aren't you helping me, cowboy? We almost have all masterwork weapons, which is really nuts. That's when the stats on their weapons get absolutely insane. So, yeah. Why'd you remove the pause from the baby food meal plan? Right now, when we have all these vats, I'm going to have them just always keep some over there. So I want it kept it. I don't want to run into the bio starvation, so I always want it. What's the button to switch between pawns? It is period and comma. You can switch between a period and comma, and you can have menus open while you do it in case you want to go like through all their health and stuff like that. All right, so we need to start extracting genes. Let's see. Rhino's gonna be Rhino. I don't want to do that to you. Soul Sapper again. All right, Soul Sapper. I'm sorry. Sorry, Soul Sapper. You're getting your genes scanned. You're not gonna like it, but is that who I want to do it to? Yeah. All right. It'll only take 12 hours. They changed it. It only takes 12 hours. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. I will suffer. How does light work with shooting accuracy? It doesn't unless you have darkness, meme, or preset. Is there a penalty? There is not. So there's been this misinformation passed around since like alpha. For just accuracy, light does not matter for you or where the enemy is. Not for accuracy. If you have darkness, meme, or preset from ideology, it does. But otherwise, it does not. Light does impact mood, and it impacts speed of humanoids. So basically what that means is you want your pawns lit so that they have extra speed to run away if they need to, and that they don't have the mood hit. And you want enemies in the dark so that enemies are slower. Now, it doesn't slow down mechs or animals, but that is how accuracy works as far as light goes. You're going to try a no pause run? Pray for you. Good luck, Crunk. If anyone wants to clip that, I'll put a command for it as well. Joke's on you. My pawns are always lit. Last run, Randy was sleepy. He was, yeah. That's why we're playing against Cassandra this time. Can't believe so many of those survived, honestly. I really need a bulk goods trader. That's what I need. Finally selling all those old shotguns. What can we buy from you? Okay, we'll buy that. Buy that. Actually, we could just gift some of this, I suppose. We'll buy all your medicine. Weak. I don't want that gene pack. I guess you can put it on prisoners. Okay. Sell all that. Oh, let's just sell that first. We'll see what melee weapons they have. No pawns run. You just lost a Randy run. 8-year-old join quest followed by 68 foxes. Not nice. Not nice. No good melee weapons. They have an excellent minigun. No, we do. Sorry. That would be our minigun, as it turns out. Oh, that's more than, oh, whatever. Actually, we could just gift it instead. Let's reset. Gift. There you go. +3. Wow. Excellent. They're going to love us, love us, love us. Have to fix that later. Ruthless, Randy Random. Oh yeah, that's one of the answers right there. What can you gift? Yeah, there is a limit. Yeah. Didn't try Randy yet. Guess he would feel like a more real RimWorld run. So on average, Randy is easier, but he's unpredictable. So there's literally nothing in Randy's coding that forces him to attack. So you can literally have multiple years where he just doesn't send a raid. So Cassandra is on average more difficult than Randy, but Randy can hit harder than anyone else in bursts. He also hit weaker than everyone else in bursts. So what I mean by that, he has a 0.5 to 1.5 modifier on his raid points. So he can literally hit with more raid points than anyone, but he doesn't hit often. And he can also hit with half. Sometimes you'll be in like late game maxed raid points, and you'll get like a little mech cluster, and you're like, you know, like this tiny little thing, and it's like, what the crap? So he's unpredictable, which can make for a fun, especially story-filled kind of run. But on average, and this is after playing like thousands of hours with each of those two storytellers, on average, Randy is easier than Cassandra, because Cassandra is going to attack you pretty much on average twice within every 11 days. We've had runs where Randy doesn't attack us with an actual raid for like 2 years. How many pawns is too many? There is no such thing as long as you can keep them fed and your game is not lagging. So for me, I like to have like 25 to 30 pawns. That's like my sweet spot. Used to a couple years ago, I always played with like 12 to 18 pawns. I know a lot of people that like to hang around like the 8 number. If you're like a low pawn count person, 8 pawns feels like a really good spot, because you have some specialized people, you have some people that are covering the slack, so 8 feels really good. 12 to 18 feels really good. I like having more and more though. I like having big runs and, you know, crazy stuff. Which of my runs did I do that explores royalty specific? Probably the 20-year run grid. So if you go to exclamation 20 years, it's an old run now, obviously, because it was right when royalty came out, but you play like 6. More than 5 is too many for you or you lag. Yeah, so it's a very personal thing, but you can have as many as you want. There's no hard cap on pawns. Used to like small colonies, and now you like 8 to 12. Kids have changed things. 80 to 150. Man, your game has to be lagging. Ohu. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. Thank you for using the Twitch Prime here. Very much appreciated. No more ads for you. Thank you. So what do we get? What do we get extracted here? Oh, what? We got robust immediately. Well, holy crap. Huh. That's like the main one I wanted. Like, out of how many genes did that pull from? Let's take a look at this. Look at this. And we hit robust. All right. Well, we could kind of just stop there if we wanted, but I will go for some others. Let's see if we hit wound healing on the next one. Let's insert. Let's go with Hash Monkey. It's because I pulled your genes. You got some strong genes, Soul Sapper. Time to buy that Powerball ticket. Yes. Forgot about this happening here.
A generous bestowal.
Can you use the gene pack more than once? I think so, right? Yeah, because you set it up with the gene assembler, yeah. And it connects to the bank and all that good stuff. There is a dead guy here. We should probably take care of that. Healthy vat child. Throw him back in. Throw them back in. Vat Dwarf has become a child. All right, Vat Dwarf, you're gonna stay in there. We're gonna keep you in there. Went around 16 until the couple had 7 children. The vasectomy has worked now, though. Holy crap! Did your pawns have the high libido thing? So we got the high libido on ours, but they still didn't want to mate. I think it was because they were just slightly too old. But yeah, we have fertile and we have high libido, and they just were not having it. Not having it. So we started fertilizing a different way. 60 ponds the highest where you can run max speed without lagging. 366 max. Yeah, that's good. What map size are you using into yours? Map size has a lot to do with it as well. How exactly does the name queue work? So you buy a ticket into the naming queue. It's a raffle now. You buy a ticket, buy as many as you want, and then when your name is pulled randomly from the it's still called a queue. I can explain that, but anyway, when it's randomly pulled from the raffle, it just consumes all your tickets. So you can buy more tickets with channel points. Let me be clear: you're not like paying to get in, but you can buy more entries with more channel points, and you have a higher chance to get in. But you could also just get pulled with one, you know. So.
A new subscriber.
Mad Whack.
Steal yourself.
Say we're getting here, Mad Whack.
We are building
Fried
an
potato.
army.
Man, potato. Do people tell you that your name makes them hungry? I think I've told you that before. Fried potato. Thank you for the 10 gift subs. And Mint Berry. Thank you for the 200 bits. Thank you, Berry. And thank you, Potato. I can go for some potatoes and berries. Maybe not together. You know what? Side by side, it'll be fine. Thank you. That's very generous. Thank you again. You're eating fried potatoes right now? I think we're having the ziti that we didn't get to have last night tonight, so we're having some ziti. I'm looking forward to that now. You got pulled with one ticket and then got shot through the heart by some tribal punk. We could heal this up. What is ziti? It's a noodle dish. Ziti is a noodle. Noodle dish. Burn scar on its eye. You got pulled with one during Winston Wave's early attempts. Alive for a few days. Yeah, Winston Wave really went through the queue. I'm going to do a challenge run here. Probably after this one, I'm going to do a challenge run. Like, yes, this is 500% no pause, and we're playing a little bit differently, but it's not like specifically a crazy challenge that I haven't done. It's just really experimenting with genes and vat babies and stuff like that. But I think I'm going to do a challenge run after this. Let's go Nolt. I think so. Making dinner right now. You'd be furious. Are you having some fried potatoes with yours? Bigger large mass, bigger medium size. 130 colonists, crazy. We call them taters down here. It always reminds me of the Sling Blade movie. Guys, anyone remember Sling Blade? It's ancient now, but sometimes I'll talk about movies like that and people are like, what? Before my time, before my time. Anyway. Some people call it a Kaiser Blade. I call it a Sling Blade. French fried taters. Yeah, Tet knows too. Guarlin trees on normal runs. To me, it's on fertile maps. Guarlin trees are better now in 1.4 because they are impacted by global work speed now. So, yeah, they can be worth using depending on the type of playthrough that you're doing, but they are definitely better now than they were. Upside the head. Or no bigger than a squirrel. Biscuits with a mustard. Should not done that. He's just a boy. Didn't, oh God, South Park made fun of that line, didn't they? Yes, they did. Oh God, I just remember that episode of South Park. I'd forgotten about that. Apparently a lot of people know about Sling Blade. I'm surprised. Last time I mentioned it, like, no one really knew. They're like, what? Sling Blade? What the crap, Sling Blade? Sling Blade's a good movie, but it's brutal. Brutal movie. Sad movie altogether, but it's a good one. It's a good one. You were 6 when it came out. Had to Google it. Still get their traits at 713, and no, they don't. They don't get traits. And they don't get traits at 17 anyway. So, no, they do not get their traits. Legendary bed. Should win an Oscar. Yeah, all those things are rigged, of course, but... So now we just have this alpaca just chilling here. We gotta kill that rat. You've never seen the movie? Really? Hey, Tat, there's a movie you should probably watch. Probably haven't heard of it. It's called Nothing to Lose. Highly recommended. Highly recommend. That's a lot of shrooms it is. Yeah. It is. All right, we're going to change this up here. Kind of sad the P Music guy said he's done making RimWorld music after this one. Sad times, sad times. How big are infestations? I don't know. I kind of want one, honestly. Heard of a game called Demon Souls? No, man, I haven't. That sounds pretty awesome. Demon Souls. I'll have to check that out. Dev mode spawn one? No. We've had 3 already, but I would like to have another one. Alright, I guess I'll start building this. How many spots long do I want this? P Music is done, yeah. Do another game for now? I think he said he was done with RimWorld specific. Obviously, he's going to keep making music, so I'll still listen to that, but as far as like part of the mod, I think he said it was done. Maybe he's already changed his mind. That'd be awesome. Your pawn has a braiding efficiency of 1 out of 10. Healed over 2 months being on Luciferium. Feels good when that happens. I mean, when it's healed. So in Zendaris. Last run, did you ever get another mech link? No, I didn't go after one, no. My current wealth, I think we're approaching... Let me guess. Let me guess it. I would say we're approaching 200,000 wealth. Let's check it out. Yeah, 175, so we're getting close. I was gonna say 180 to 200, so 175, we're getting there. You just play your own plays too? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Sanguiphage that's bonded to a highmate, blood feed them without the highmate receiving a mood hit. I don't know. I doubt it, but I haven't tried it. I doubt it, but I haven't tried it. All right, I'm gonna test this first. So let's just go ahead and dig
Our modest
this out a little bit, and then we'll test it from there. How big does a bait room need to be for you to be comfortable? I like just making it big enough for at least all of the hives to spawn inside of it. Because if it's not big enough and you get the 44 hives, which is kind of the max, like the 44 hives, and it's too small, they'll overflow. So I like as long as it's big enough to hold the whole infestation. However, the bigger you make it, the higher your odds are, right? Just by the sheer size of it alone, you'll have a higher % chance for it to spawn there. So you can keep that in mind too. But to start with, I'd like for it to just be able to hold 40 to 45 hives, and then beyond that, it just increases the chance to spawn there, just because there's more places to spawn for it to hit. So looking at your other screen, really just say to know about Demon Souls. It was a joke. So you have to be really careful sometimes with like dry humor, because sometimes people think that I'm like oblivious or stupid. I've had that happen before. Like I remember one time a couple months ago when I was playing RimWorld and I was like, all right, I guess we're going to have this guy commit Sudoku or something like that. And I was like, you know, and someone was like, did you just say Sudoku? And I was like, yeah, you know, that like ancient, like Japanese thing of like self-sacrifice, you know, Sudoku. And then several people were like, bro, you know that it's not Sudoku, right? It's, and then they started like explaining to me and I'm like, yes, I know it's not Sudoku. Thank you. Like it's, you know, it's seppuku, right? Right. So anyway, I have a really dry humor and delivery and apparently a decent poker face. But yes, I was joking. The Vat Child. Weeb alert. Guys. Yes. Tough. Out of all the traits, it just happened to roll tough. The best trait in the game. Nice. She's already 7. Unreal RNG. Nice. Get those Vat rolling. Would you like tough? Yes or yes? Teach her now. That is tempting, actually. It is really tempting. Maybe we will teach this one because of that. It's gonna take her longer to grow up, but all right, we'll do that one. She got tough. She's a true dwarf. She even gets a name. You know what else she gets? She gets a beer and an excellent shotgun. All right, what is your name, little girl? Let's see. Come on, API. Don't be breaking on me right now. It bugged stateless. They have the gene for female beards, but it's bugged. She's naked and grabs a shotgun before clothing. Let's see. It looks like the API is screwing up again, so I'm gonna have to pull manually. Let's see what we got here. Let me hit the button. Who's next? It's Marcunis. Marcunis. There you go, Marcunis. Welcome to the colony, you tough little dwarf. Tough little dwarf, you. Oh, you got really bad RNG. 6 traits, not a single good one. Ouch. At 1819, DuPont still generate a random adult backstory? No. Their backstory is going to be... Where is it? Tribe member. Or whatever. If you're not a tribe, you know. Colony member or colonist or whatever it is, but no. Drop the prime sub. What is Challenger theme this playthrough? So we're still experimenting with biotech. So this is still 5% no pause. I'm just playing differently on purpose. But the main one about this, we're dwarves, but this one's mainly about exploring genes and children. The next run will be like a real challenge run, but this one is it's still a challenge run, but we're just exploring genes and children basically. 15 hours on that ovum. We're taking another one. This is just a casual 500% no pause, no standard kill box, no sacrifice run. Just a casual one. Is there a penalty for children taking drugs or drinking? So go to the drug that you're interested in. So go to beer here. I'll show you. They added this into the game, so you don't have to look it up. Click on the drug. You can go in here and look at safe dose interval. So this is the safety for this one. So for beer, you could have a baby drink a beer every 5 days, and there's no downside as far as like they're not gonna get addicted or something. You can have your 3 to 8 year olds have a beer every 2.9 days. Preteens can have a beer every 1.7 days. Teenagers every 1.3. When they get to 18 plus, they can have a beer every day. But this is in the game now. It's on all the drugs. So just click on a drug and go in here and look at safe dose interval. And you can hover over it and it'll tell you when it's safe. And some are never safe, obviously, but bulk goods. Hey, Skeeter, get off that. It's trying to be uploaded on YouTube. This will be the first edited run, Impel. So whenever the editor is done with it, we're gonna be testing out an edited version of the run, and the unedited version will go up at the same time. So hopefully the editor is done with the first episode sometime at the beginning of this new week. But yeah, that's what is going on with this one. And yeah, the last episode of the previous run literally just went up today. So if you haven't checked that out yet, feel free to do that. All right, sell a bunch of this garbage that I've been holding on to that I should have probably just burned. But, you know, it's whatever. Okay. Let's just do that for now, and then let me see here. Let's get rid of one of these shelves. There we go. Does the baby need alcohol? The genes to make it so they die without them doesn't start until 13. You got some kids addicted to ambrosia in your last run. Psyche and smoke leaf. Storyteller settings. Oh, you can just go in the storyteller settings and you can adjust. By default, children age at 400%. So they have 1 year per season, per quadrum. But you can make it faster if you want. So by default, it's 400%. But if you want children to age up like super fast, I think you can do like 20x or something. Any interesting discoveries made this run about genes and children? Children are overpowered. They're easy to raise. They're easy to take care of. And if you nurture them, they almost all of them become god pawns. Like you can just make a godly colony. It's going to take longer unless you... It's 600%. Thank you. So 600% is the cap right now without mods on the growth rate. Thank you. So that would be a year every 10 days in game. But children are like OP. Like you can, as long as you keep them alive and you keep their learning tiers high. Like I have not had a child with max learning tiers ever end up as a bad pawn. They're all amazing. Now we're testing out just purely vat grown ones. So I'll know more about that soon. Now, there are some things with genes that I've noticed that I don't like entirely. The main thing with the genes that I don't like, or let me rephrase that, of the xenotypes, the germline that you make, that I don't like is in the base game right now, if you have your own xenotype that you make, your own germline, those don't come from like join events and things like that, or even like ideology rituals. There are mods for it already, but I really wish like you would have a higher chance of getting someone that's your xenotype from all those kind of sources. Like when you do the ritual for a joint event, I wish it had a high chance, maybe not guaranteed, but kind of like how when you do a ritual, they're always your ideology. I would love to have that for the germline as well, but there are mods already to do that if you want, but it's kind of unfortunate right now that it's not that way. They don't seem to like their DLCs interacting very much. Yeah, exactly. So that's a good way to put it. The fact that you can make your own xenotype in the beginning of the game doesn't feel like it has enough ways that it's integrated into the game, or options to integrate it into the game in more ways. Like it'd be really cool to have it so like you can make like one of the ideologies that you approach always be a certain xenotype also, or a germline, you know. Thunder crash landed, but only have one of that race still. Can you set the world to only contain specific... You can set the world to only contain specific factions of the 10 xenotype factions that they added, yeah. So you can do things like... You can have the entire world only be Neanderthal if you wanted, like, you know. But yeah, make some options for the custom xenotypes and how they show up in games. Make it so you can maybe choose how rare or how common they are. You know... Stuff like that. That would be nice. Is there a better way to get the genes by extracting? It seems to be pretty random out of the genes that they have, yeah. So we can pull hair color, unfortunately, but... Prisoners repent and become a dwarf. Another masterwork. Engraved with an artwork of Claw cowering from Lilith Nodorf while Lilith threatens him. His body's covered in gore. It's from a social fight. From a social fight. Man, I guess he remembers that. Don't mess with Lilith Nodorf. Moving that specific Xenotype factions don't feel like it's balanced. You get too many full melee or full fire focused raids. I like having the different raid types, but in this one we've gotten a lot of wasters, which are probably the worst one for us to get in the mountain, but baby in the vats was stillborn. Somebody named Baby Yak. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's sad. All right. Let's get a new tomb going. No, that would make our people very sad. Good blood bags or organs are good, though. Yeah, they're bad for us because we're doing melee and shotguns, so we get polluted by them every single time. A tomb in the classroom. It's a temple. This is the temple. The kids do have to look at literal sarcophagus behind their blackboards, though. Like, wait a minute. Is that my sister? Yes, I'm sorry, it is. Yeah, no, we've only had 3 infestations, yeah. I would rather have infestation than mech attacks or wasters, 100%. Not sure why. It's just random, I suppose. Just random. Is the name literally just baby? Oh, they're already on their way, okay. Which of the genes has been most useful this run? Probably the clotting. Probably the clotting, because it helps so much on our melee blockers. Our melee blockers are taking small bleeds, and the clotting is just basically patching it immediately. So our melee blockers can stand there way longer, even against things like scythers. So always ready for Halloween with those in there. Yeah, that's true. What's the artwork on it? The sarcophagus bears a portrayal of the minor celebrity Kane. The image somehow expresses both need and pain. In addition to that, an artichoke beneath the main subject seems to symbolize depression. You heard it here, folks. Artichokes mean depression. How do I survive heat waves with air conditioners? The mountain is very, very insulated. So even with heat waves, like earlier when we got a heat wave, it didn't get hot enough in here to kill people. They just got sweaty. But I can install air conditioners if I need to. Like, are you asking for like in general, or in general? Are you asking like for your playthrough, or are you asking on mine how I'm doing it? Super clotting. Oh, you want to see about super clotting? Okay. Super clotting. So bleeding wounds close very quickly. So it's basically like it just patches up. It wipes your tribal. Okay, so tribals have this. Well, anyone, but with tribal you start with this. You start with a passive cooler. So passive cooler just takes 50 wood to build, and then they need to keep putting wood into it, and it will cool a space down, and you might need more than one. So for instance, sometimes I'll have a big barracks early on, a lot of times on tribal, and I might during a heat wave literally make like 4 to 6 of these. So just get wood. During the heat wave, you can put down a bunch of these passive coolers, and then when the heat wave is over, you can either destroy them or at least cancel them putting wood in them. The legends of the streams. Oh yeah. Meals in black. Hysteric. Valentin now. Valentin, yeah. Yeah, no problem. Oryx. All right, let's go ahead and run this. Did I see? Did we get like a gutworm? Oh, we got muscle parasites. Okay. Kato, yeah. Kato, the wood-wielding refugee who stood and tanked 5 scythers with no armor. Don't forget him. Another of the legends, that's right. Another legend. Oh, okay. What the crap? What are you guys shooting at? All right, Cassandra. Yep, Cassandra's going to be attacking soon. This will be the biggest raid point thing we've had so far, so it'll be really interesting to see what it is. How many rice crops do you need per pond? You need 20 plots of rice in normal soil if it gets planted and harvested immediately, and you are making it only into simple meals, and there's nothing else impacting your hunger rate. So very baseline pond with no hunger rate change at all. 20 rice in standard soil, 15 in rich soil, or basically 2 full basins in hydroponics if they're getting harvested immediately. So I would suggest, you know, overproducing a little bit. So the children have tattered stuff. Okay, let's change the children. The children. So it starts at Vat Dwarf, rabbit hamsters. Okay. Manage outfit. New outfit. Child. All right, children. We could just do it this way. Just 51% or better, normal or better, and that's just don't worry about it after that. I'm gonna turn off shield belts and do that manually on which kid I want to have those. That starts at hamsters. Okay. There you go, children. 9,000 food. Well, yeah, that's because I'm doing these. Yep. I usually don't have 9,000 food, as you know. Can drop having the open space in the mountains. Yes. Yep. We can have a drop pod raid here. Yep. Should be okay though. Wonder what Cassandra's gonna send next. It's actually fine there. Actually fine. I need to split this recording soon too. Combat supplier. Have a gene with an offset like -4/8. Make it so your skill cap is lower. Skill get to 20. I don't know. I'd have to test that. I think you could probably still get there with things like fast learner and great memory, but I haven't tested it, so. Can't we bet? You think it's gonna be a drop pod raid? Yeah. Bug meats? I kind of hope so, because I want to test this. You know what? Actually, this is probably screwing that up. I wouldn't doubt if infestation happens up here instead because of this. Oh, that'd be annoying. Is RimWorld complicated? It is infinitely complicated, but it can also be simple. So it's one of those games that's like easy to pick up and try out and play, but you're always going to be able to learn more. So you can set things to peaceful. You can turn like all the stuff off that can kill you and literally play it as like a base builder and just try to keep people alive with like food and keep them happy. Or you can go into like really complex stuff. Yeah. It's got it all. I still learn things even after 4,000 hours. So it sticks at 14. So you did test it. Okay. If you have -4 for skills, unless you are using a mod like, okay. That's good to know. Thank you. Thank you for testing it. So now I'll know what to tell people. How do you grow crops side the mountain? Fungal gravel. Fungal gravel from Ideology. It's so Ideology DLC allows you to do it. All right, I was gonna sell some more of those mushrooms. Whoops, I bet the ship's gone now. Whoops. Gene pack, fast learning. It's only 353. Don't really need it though, but it's one of the best traits in the game. So let's just get it. Literally one of the best traits in the game. All right. Yeah, I'm sure the ship's not there anymore. Yeah, it's unfortunate. You play mountain bases all the time and never get tunneler? What do you mean you never get them? Just it's one that you just choose it. If you have ideology, you just choose it as one of your memes. Only having mountain bases are so strong, yeah. Easy to learn, hard to master, yeah. That's what I always say. Formage it or store it. Oh, okay, I got you. I thought you meant like you were just waiting for people to show up that were tunnelers or something. What's up with the statues behind the doors? These? Oh, it's to make this impressive while we're standing there killing people, so that people have a mood buff while they're standing there all day shooting people. That reminds me. Should do this before to try on mountain bases. They're really, really good. Healthy vat birth. Okay. Throw those back in. Hey, who grabbed that child? There we go. Oh, Florby, you have to have a certain number of hours in the channel before it'll allow you to post links. So it's just a spam and security thing. So you're not like banned or anything, but just to leave the message for wondering like what just happened. Don't go to that. Man, maybe we'll send the doors to space. I don't know. I kind of want to do the royalty one this time. I don't know. Let's just research it and then we can decide, you know. Let's turn these back on. Most streams ban outright. You have to have a certain amount of time in this one. So Blue Moon, Florby, Domini, welcome in. Royalty for doors, it makes sense. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. You can go ahead and just research stuff though. Might as well. That way we get the option. Exclamation hours will tell you how many hours you have in the channel. Exclamation hours. No whether the bot can't pull names though. Shred mech, do forever. Drop on the floor. Okay. You can gas the trade caravans without them going hostile. I'm sure they'll fix that one, yeah. I'd be surprised if they don't anyway. Right, Torg, you have an excellent gun. Wow, all the children have good guns. All right. I can't kill the alpaca because it is a member of another faction. They'll get unhappy. They'll get unhappy. The hour spam, I know. Who's the #1 viewer? Rakes. Here you go. Here's the top 5 hour people on the stream right now. There you go. Look at that. It's crazy. Whoops, crap. That's right. The person that's been here the longest has over 8,000 hours. Yep. Yeah, my wife didn't used to have an account. She used to just have the stream going without an account a long time ago. Or else she would probably be in the top. Stalking territory? No, he's just been here since the single digit days. Single digit days. All right, I think we're gonna get into our... Well, I wanted to test this. So, let's do that. Person's been here the longest is me, of course. Of course, yeah. I actually didn't used to log into chat. It used to be just my bot account, so even my hours aren't accurate. Yeah, I'll cut the recording. I wanted another event to happen before I cut, but it's getting kind of long. So I'm going to cut this for YouTube. We're going to split the recording, and then we will continue on.